I said, yo, what's up, everybody? I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic. Got a new video for you today. Milwaukee Bucks trades, rumors, and news live edition. Before we get into it, you know the spiel. Comment, like, subscribe, and share this electrifying content with the people. Y'all know we here to talk about. Salute the friends and family. Salute the Bucks Nation. Y'all know we're here to talk about what's going on in Indiana in a highly contested battle between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Indiana Pacers, where the Bucks have not played their best basketball. They definitely were doing some foolishness out here, but have clawed and fought their way to be up 112, 110, 17 8-point seconds. Let me keep up the score clock here, y'all. I'll get into my whole little spiel in a minute. It's about the Bucks right now. Bucks are winning 112, 110, 6.8 seconds left in the game. Brook Lopez has come up big in the fourth quarter. Offensively, he's played well. Defensively is another story. But offensively, Brook has been a game changer today. The highest scorer on their team right now with 23 points. Taurean Prince has had a great game today. I love how aggressive he was offensively and taking it to the rack. He has 18 points. Giannis with a very efficient game. 9 of 13, 1 of 3, 17 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 block, 19 points. This dude Giannis is just a beast, bro. Giannis is Jesus, 17 and 9. Giannis is the truth. Kyle Kuzma did not have his best performance tonight. He struggled a bit. 4 9, 0 3 from the 3-point line, 1 2 from the free throw line, 4 rebounds, 2 assists, 3 turnovers. Giannis had 3 turnovers as well, only 9 points. Brook Lopez might be the player of the game today. 35 minutes, 9 of 11, 2 of 4 from the 3-point line, 3 of 3 from the free throw line, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, 1 steal, no blocks, 1 turnover, 23 points, and he has the highest plus minus on the game. All right, y'all, 6.8 seconds, 111, 112. All right, y'all. Let's see what happened. Gary Trent Jr. I thought played well in his return. I know he's a little bit on minutes restriction, but I thought he played well, 9 points. Jericho Sims played well in his minutes as well with 6 points. And we got to stop passing to Jericho with these bounce passes. We just told y'all on the last live. Come on, Bucks organization. Y'all know y'all listening to this podcast. Follow through with everything we saying. Just don't take the stuff y'all want to take and run with it. Take everything we giving y'all for this game and run with it. Jericho Sims, no more bounce passes. That man catches lobs. Treat him as you do Clint Capella. Again, Bucks organization, let me emphasize. Treat Jericho Sims as you would Clint Capella. Run lobs, pick and rolls. This bounce pass foolishness has to stop. And that's for Brook too. No bounce passes to Brook either. Dame definitely struggled today. 37 minutes. He shot terrible from the field today. 4 of 14, 2 of 7 from the 3-point line, 3 of 4 from the free throw line. But he had 3 rebounds. He did have 11 assists, no blocks, 3 turnovers, 13 points. Jericho Sims, as stated earlier, at 6. Gary Trent Jr. were 9. Kevin Porter Jr. had 9 points in 17 minutes. And at some point in time, friends and family, we're going to have to talk about A.J. Green, his contributions, him being targeted now on defense. If he's not on fire like in a fairly short time when he's on the court, we might need to look to have someone else in his place. No disrespect to AJ Green, you haven't been like destroying the game, shooting threes recently, and you are just getting attacked on defense. And on top of that, you are giving up more and ones probably than anyone on this squad. It is alarming the amount of and ones that AJ Green is giving up, and this team in general. We don't know how to foul. We don't have common sense sometimes with passes going across the court. We gotta tighten this stuff up. To keep it real, this game shouldn't have been this close. We shouldn't have had to fight like this to beat this team. It was careless defense. So many wide open threes today. So many wide open threes. And see, we can make some of these mistakes against a team like the Pacers and pull it out. But when you play the Knicks, when you play Cleveland, when you play the Celtics, you got to be tight all the way through. You got to be tight all. You got to be 360 to beat these type of teams. Shout out to the Bucks. 3.9 seconds left. 113, 111. Let's go Bucks. We've been turning the ball over at the worst possible times for the last week, Eliza. Shout out to you. I see you in the chat. All right, Bucks. 3.9, 114, 111. Bucks are shooting 51%, 40% from 3, 73% from the free throw line. And y'all know what I like to see, right? Y'all know what I like to see, right? Y'all know what I like to see. When the Bucks are able to get 30 plus assists, we are hard to beat. Don't worry about the box score like I tell y'all. Just listen to what I'm telling y'all. Don't worry about the box score. All you need to go is look to assist. If you see 28 or above, there's a good probability the Bucks won. And then on top of that, to confirm if the Bucks won, what do we talk about? That third quarter. We always talk about the third quarter. I know that we only won the third quarter by 2 points, but we won the third quarter. And again, if the Bucks win the third quarter, they're a tough team to beat. They're a tough team to beat regardless of the officiating. And again, the officiating is terrible, but we just can't keep crying over spilled milk. It just is what it is. But let's finish this out, Bucks. Damn, can this game go to 0-0? Come on, man. Let's get this over with. Siakam was hooping today, though. I'm going to give Siakam that. He had 10 of 15, 12 rebounds, 5 assists, 25 points. But he did a lot of his damage in the first half. I will say we slowed him down in the second half. Naismith, he's just a defensive guy. Myles Turner had 13. Nembhard had 12. And y'all see, Haliburton didn't have the best game either. He had a very Dame-like game. 10 rebounds, 10 assists. Not a great shooting game. That dunk that Obi Toppin had was kind of crazy because Brook could have got in position to get that block. I don't know, but Obi Toppin had that nice little dunk. Thomas Bryant played well for them. TJ McConnell is always scoring double figures against us and having good numbers. Oh, no! 114. Bucks, Pacers. 3 seconds left. Come on, Bucks. Let's end this in regulation. What is up? Come on, Bucks. While we waiting on this game to conclude, let's get to the friends and family in the chat. See who in the building. What up, Trina? What's good? Appreciate you tapping in. Nikos, what's good? Appreciate you tapping in. Shout out to Sweden. What up, Eliza? Veggie Gross, what's good? Nicholas Hazlitt, what's good? Appreciate you tapping in. What up, boy mommy? Appreciate you tapping in, man. Mr. Cole, the living legend, is in the building. What up, Derek Stevenson? What up, Scales? Mr. 414 in the building. What it do? Kenny Mack, I see you. Robert Brooks, Dre West in the building. Robert Allen, I see y'all. Appreciate y'all. Scales, what's good, bro? Patricia P in the building. William Johnson in the building. God got me. What's good? We in a nail biter here, y'all. Brandon King Carter in the building. What's good? Bucks number 1. What's good? Appreciate you tapping in. If you haven't already, friends and family, please hit the like button. It helps other Bucks fans find the best Bucks content on the planet. Greg Delaney's in the building. What's good? What up, Pronte? Good to see you, famo. Can this game end? Can we just beat these dudes already? Jesus. Ridiculous. What up, Jimmy Roller? Ace Dragon, what's good? Appreciate you. Sadowski is in the building. What up, Sadowski? I ain't seen you in a little bit. What up, Mia Kim? Queens of the chat in here strong. What up? Get to some of these comments. Just trying to wait for this game to get to 0-0. Eli, what's good? K Real, what's good? KJK5, what's good? Appreciate y'all. I can't believe these dudes we gotta tighten up. We gotta tighten up, y'all. That's just it. What up, Rado? Appreciate you. Jay Hall, what's good, bro? Appreciate you tapping in. Miss Robin Walker Murphy in the building, what's good? Foreign Lynn in the building, what's good? Eliza said, only the Bucks. You already know how we do. Let me get to some of these comments while we wait for this to conclude. And one. Haliburton hit a 3+1. That's the stuff the Bucks do. That's the stuff we do, bro. That's the stuff we do. We're not a well-coached team. I'm going to keep saying that. We're not a well-coached team. All this stupid stuff that we do should be addressed in practice. It's not like we're just doing it in the game and not doing it in practice. Practice is what you do in the game. So if we're doing this foolishness now, we're doing it in practice, and I'm going to blame coaching. I'm going to keep it real. I'm standing on the coaching. Unbelievable. Robert Brooks said we definitely know how to F some stuff up. Absolutely. Absolutely. KJK5 said unbelievable. This will only happen to the Bucks. It only happens to us because we don't play smart basketball all the time, y'all. I keep trying to, we have to be patient with this team. I told y'all March is going to be tough. It's not sweet at all. Any win that we get during this month will be earned. It will not be given to us because we're playing all quality opponents. For the Bucks to win games, they're going to have to play disciplined basketball. They're going to have to understand when you double, when you don't double on defensive rotations. The Bucks need to get a lot of stuff together still. And I just don't know if Doc is capable because it's been the same mistakes all year. We see the same stuff. Cross-court passes, people reaching too much on defense, hacking and fouling, just not making smart basketball decisions. I know we got to ride this out, and I hope for the best for our team and the Bucks organization that we can win a championship. But if that's not the case, we need to move on from Doc Rivers. The game has passed him by. It just is what it is. I don't see anything different. I don't see any wrinkles in our game. Nothing new. I'm just keeping it real. We could even win the championship this year. I still want Doc gone because I just don't see his plan. I don't see what he's actually doing. I just want to put that out there. I don't want to harp on Doc, but I feel like coaching is the difference of where we are and where we should be with this team. I'm going to keep using the Cleveland Cavaliers as an example. They have the exact same roster. Only team that changed was their coach, and now the sky's the limit for that team. Coaching matters, not just name recognition. Actual coaching matters. It does matter. Ridiculous. Derek Stevenson said, I hate Haliburton. Oh, and we lost 115-114 is crazy. Wow. What? Wow. What up, Robert Walker Murphy? The playoffs should be interesting. I don't know how interesting it's going to be. We playing like this. Wow. Kenny Mack said this team not right. We definitely have some issues. What up, Miss Cynthia Harris? Bucks Nation, hit the like button, please do. Appreciate you. I see y'all saying out of bounds. That ain't what they saying. Crazy. Hey, Robert said this team just doesn't have it. They just don't. So who do we blame? Are you surprised that we fouled on a 3, Dre West? Are you even surprised? I mean, really? I mean, let's just talk for a minute, friends and family. Let's just talk. I think we need to have realistic expectations for this team, for right now, for what we're seeing. We need to be real and have a come to Jesus moment with this community here. We love this team. We love Giannis and all of that good stuff. But this team doesn't have any of the characteristics currently of a championship team. We don't show the metal. We don't show the IQ. We don't have the coach. We win because of will, determination, and people getting hot, not execution. We've never won because of executing. We've never won. We've won on people playing hero ball. If that's Giannis, if that's Dame, whoever. Chris Middleton, when he was a Buck, it was hero ball. We're not running plays out. We don't look disciplined out there. We're not running plays. We're out there just hooping. There's no different from me and my friends at LA Fitness. They're just out there hooping. And the reason I'm going in now, we lost. Whatever happens this year happens. These games, maybe we can turn it around here. We're being exposed for not being disciplined. That's what's crazy. We have all of these veterans on this team, and we make the same silly mistakes game after game, and they're not being addressed. We keep overcommitting on defense. Every play, we overcommit. You swing the ball twice against the Bucks, you'll get a wide open three every time. Every time. You swing the ball twice, wide open three. We pack the paint too much on defense. You're packing the paint in an NBA that shoots all threes. And Doc is the right coach for this team if he's coaching them to pack the paint. Because that's what they're doing in practice. He's seeing it. He's not correcting it. He's part of the problem. It's the same stuff. The drop coverage. You're doubling when you shouldn't be doubling. Not paying attention. Reaching on defense. Not boxing out or boxing out before you even look for where the rebound is coming. It's just a lot of mental mistakes that this team makes that they need to correct. And I'm just not sure if Doc Rivers at this point is capable. I just don't know if he's capable. Obviously, we're not going to fire him and right before the end of the year, playoffs coming about and all that. But we clearly see that there's a difference in level right now. Right now, today, y'all want to be real, between the Milwaukee Bucks and the elite teams. There is a gap. There's a gap. And the biggest reason for that gap is coaching and execution. That's the difference between those elite teams and us. They execute and they have good coaching. We don't have that. We have names. We have Coach Doc is a name. Buckner's a name. We got some names, but they all sizzle, no steak. They all sizzle, no steak, y'all. It's not the roster, y'all. It's not the talent. This team has talent. But if you're not putting in the right rotations at the right time, you're not calling timeouts at the right time, you're not putting in your star players and pulling them at the right time, you wait till the game is 10 or 12 points, now you want to bring in your stars. You have to have a better understanding of where you are in the game and how 10 points in today's NBA could be big because that gets them on a roll. Now they hit a couple threes, you down 16, when that might not have happened had you put in your star 2 or 3 minutes earlier. Doc doesn't have any sense of timing. When to call a challenge, when to call a timeout to stop momentum, when you see a player struggling to pull him and put someone else in. These are all the things that we're struggling with. And I know y'all want to talk about turnovers and this and that. You don't think we turning the ball over and throwing cross-court passes in practice? You're crazy. You're crazy. This team just doesn't execute, and they just don't have high basketball IQ all the time. It's just what it is. We are an athletic team that has some people that can get on fire, and we can ride them to wins. That's what this team is. I mean, we're still having teams full. I mean, teams are still pressing our players. They don't press people in today's NBA. They press us because they see our deficiencies. They know we don't have a plan B. Our plan A is our plan B and plan C. And that's a fact. Ridiculous. Hold on, let me get the homie super chat here. Shout out 78 LDBC General. What up, 78? Appreciate the $10 super chat. I'm going to sleep early tonight. Amber, you talked about basketball IQ. Giannis IQ is trash. Why don't you know when to score and when not to? I'm sick of this mess. This one is on Giannis, Dame, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, they didn't play good tonight. I absolutely agree. They didn't play the best tonight. Giannis played well offensively in spots, but he didn't make the best decisions at the best possible time. But again, I'm not blaming Dame and Giannis. I'm blaming this coach. The coach is supposed to prepare you to be in these situations. We never look prepared. Even the games that we close out, that we win in the fourth, it's Dame going crazy, Gary Trent going crazy. It's not play design. It's not execution. We're not running no damn triangle out here. I don't know what we're running. I understand you right, 78. They didn't play the smartest basketball today. But when does coaching matter? The coach is supposed to put you in a position to be effective, to get out of your own way. Ridiculous, man, with this team sometimes. Jay Stizzle, what's good? Appreciate the $10 super chat. I'm not surprised or disappointed in this game at all. What we saw was two above average to good teams battle against each other. Either will be lucky to make it out the first round, and that's a fact. That's a fact. As of right now, and this isn't like, I don't want people saying there's no negative Nancy or anything like this. This is Amara's logic. We speak logical here, and we know what we're seeing on that court, and we know what our deficiencies are. Let's be clear, friends and family. Let's not put the blinders on. We know what the issues are with this team, and they have not been resolved all year. What up, Dr. Smith? I'm going to put the link up here in the chat in a minute. What up, Prime Time? Let me throw that up in here. We just don't play smart basketball. At 78, haven't I been saying the same stuff all year? Talking to you on the side, I've been saying the same stuff. What up, Ryan Love, John Hassel? I see you in the building. Ridiculous. We're just not disciplined enough to beat elite teams. We don't, and I know what y'all gonna say. We just like the Packers. No, we not just like the Packers. The Packers got a bunch of 23 and 25-year-olds on their team trying to figure it out. They have a good coach, because the coach is getting them into the playoffs with 23 and 25-year-olds with minimal professional experience. That's not the Bucks. The Bucks got a whole bunch of veterans doing the same stupid stuff that the young kids do, and that's ridiculous. So we're gonna say the Packers and Bucks, they're not the same on any level. The Packers look prepared when they come out to play, no matter who they play. Now, if Jordan Love is throwing picks, that's on him, but you can tell they're prepared. When have you looked at a Bucks game and we come out, oh, they look prepared. They look ready for that. They look this and that. When have you said that in Doc's tenure? Let me know. When? You said so-and-so came out aggressive in the first quarter. Giannis came out aggressive. Dame came out aggressive. Dame and Giannis was passing the ball. When have you said the Bucks look prepared? Y'all better start paying attention. I know y'all want to blame a lot of this on players. Players are prepared by their coach. That's all let me tap in Dr. Smith before I lose my voice getting tight. Hold on a second, y'all. What up, Dr. Smith? How you doing today, sir? Exactly. Let me grab a water. Exactly.
When was the last time you've even seen that? When was the last time a team was even foolish enough to put themselves in that spot to commit that penalty? That's like an obvious pass interference on a Hail Mary. Why would you even put yourself in that position? The entire game I'm watching this game, I'm tight.
Right, so, as you should be.
Right?
As you should be.
The entire game, right? Because we make things so hard for ourselves. Basic basketball. How many of these turnovers are forced, and how many of these turnovers are just Three Stooges moments?
Correct.
Basic basketball. It seemed like we had to climb a mountain just to put ourselves in that position to... Yeah, so I mean, the two sides.
They had 11 fast break points in the first quarter, Dr. Smith. First quarter, 11 fast break points. 11.
Yeah, because we don't get into the fight until we've been punched 3 times in the face. It just seems to be like our modus operandi, right? We don't start swinging back until we are bleeding, and then we'll get into the fight. We don't punch first, but I'm struggling to remember the last time I've even seen that happen.
Right. I don't think I have seen it happen.
I tell you though that that's not the only time I've seen Giannis foul a 3-point shooter. And to foul a 3-point shooter in this moment when they need 4 points to win the game. So the two sides to that, and you definitely have the one side, I have the other. With our powers combined, we will super slap the Bucks, right?
Right.
Yes. The coach should absolutely be drilling into their heads what not to do in this moment. Conversely, if you've made it to this level, you should know what not to do in this moment. Maybe I give people too much credit. Maybe I feel like, being 7 foot tall isn't enough, that you have to have some level of IQ.
Right.
And some level of skill to have made it in this moment. Quiet as it's kept, there are a lot of 7-footers in the world.
You see this comment? And I think that's very true. Max Villain, let me just put it back up here. That's on Doc. We're predictable because of Doc. I agree with that. Go ahead. I just wanted to point that I agree with that.
I think it's a combination. I think part of it is on Doc, and I think part of it is on the players who went out. How could you?
I know.
So like it's if you were to pause, just grab that magical remote control that I see sometimes in movies where they could stop.
Right.
Stop. What not to do? Tyrese Haliburton's got the ball. He's got a path to the 3-point line. Pause. And he's beating you, right? Because Giannis now has to recover.
Right.
Giannis on Myles Turner. Myles has to recover. Pause. What do you not do in this moment?
Foul. They can't
do not close out recklessly. Can you offer resistance without fouling? If he hits the three, he hits the three and you go into overtime. But you know what you do if you foul or go out recklessly? You give him the opportunity to get the and one. That is, they cannot win the game unless we commit that error. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Giannis, they cannot win the game unless you commit that foul. Giannis, do you understand what I'm saying? Giannis, do I have to say this again? Do we have to call the timeout? Because you're right. Doc should have said that 5, 6 times. That's on Doc for not saying it 7 times, for not saying it 10 times. Hey, Giannis, by the way, let me call another timeout just to drill in everyone's head what not to do. We had a timeout. Let me call another timeout to drill into your head what not to do.
I agree.
Does everyone got it? Okay. We had a timeout apparently. This is where I can't say anything about Doc. Because don't you need a timeout to challenge the play?
Yeah.
Didn't they challenge the play? So that was your last timeout. You spent the timeout on a challenge when there was 3 point, or at that time you thought it was 3 seconds left. And all you got was 3.4 seconds left. You could have advanced the ball and had half the court, even after that egregious error, and still got an opportunity to make a good shot. Instead, we spend it trying to use it on some cockamamie challenge, and now we have to use the entire length of the court, which ends up in our worst 3-point shooter forcing up a prayer at the rim. We're just not a smart team. We try very hard. We are a team full of Lucas Van Nesses. We try very hard. We got a lot of effort.
Spot on skill. Analogy. Spot on. Go ahead.
We have a lot of to that, and I guess I have to recalibrate what makes me happy, because there are teams that don't even do that, right? There are teams sometimes that don't give the effort, who don't play hard. These guys have a lot of effort. I'm happy at that. But when it comes to the basketball ABCs, the multiple choice, what not to do, our best player just did that. Not some guy who's low on the end of the bench who probably would not play in the next game if he had committed that. That wasn't Jericho Sims who did that.
Right.
That wasn't AJ Green who did that.
Top 7.
That wasn't Ajax who did that. Right? This wasn't Bobby Portis who did that, the usual suspects. That was Giannis who just did that. I have nothing to say, man.
King Kwame, appreciate the $1.99 super chat. Why is Green getting a ton of play? they're trying to get him going. I know what Doc is going to say, King Kwame. They're trying to get AJ Green going. That's what he's going to say. But it's diminishing returns right now with AJ Green because he is getting. I mean, they are looking for him on defense immediately. Him and Brook, they eyes get wide open and buck when they see either one of them because they just run past AJ Green. And he is always fouling, so it's always going to be an and one. I don't. He's just in a little bit of a funk right now. And he missed some wide open threes that could have really changed the complexion of this game too in that fourth quarter. I just think he's in a slump, and I think we need to ride other hands for right now and just kind of drop his minutes until he's hitting. Because if he's not hitting any threes, I don't know what the benefit is. Dre West, what up, my dude? Appreciate the $4.99 super chat. So if our coaches are the problem, why have we had the same problem for 3 years? We've had. I never liked Bud. I never liked Griffin, and I don't like Doc. That's why I don't think any of those coaches were world beaters. I don't think any of them were world beaters. One more super chat. Hold on 1 second, Dr. Smith. Maurice, appreciate the $10 super chat. Even with all the excitement around getting Kuz, KPJ, and Sims, this feels exactly like last season's team because the one thing that hasn't changed is Doc Rivers. We're going nowhere with Doc as the coach.
I mean, there's so many that I just see that moment. There's so many. Did I just see that moment? I'm saying you can ask. I'm she ain't gonna come on camera. Right. But you can ask. Did I just see that? Did I just see Kyle Kuzma try to shoot from behind the backboard?
Backboard. That's what I'm saying. Like that type of stuff.
Did I just see when Dame got the pick by Brook? Brook is the next man in the progression to make the pass. Did I see Dame just completely bypass Brook and try to pass to the other side of the court and get the ball stolen? Did I just see? Did you know what play I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He's right there. Brook is right there rolling, uncontested. Dame said, no, we just
no, I'm going to do my own thing.
Yep. The X receiver, right? Where there's actually a defender. Did I just see that? Did I just see Giannis commit the only play that would have allowed the Pacers to win this game? And did I just see Doc Rivers compound that by giving our last timeout to challenge the play? Did I just see that? Did I just see all of that? Did I just see Jericho Sims go to pass the ball on an obvious scripted play, which actually looked good, but instead of waiting, Kyle Kuzma decided to launch early. Ball goes at his feet. They took Jericho Sims out of the play. Like he was the problem. He's not the problem.
Right, it was Kuzma.
Why are you leaving that early? What
are they doing in practice? That's what somebody needs. Hey, we need to see some practice film from the Bucks because this is ridiculous. Shout out to Mr. Crew. Appreciate you joining the live, Mr.
Yes,
Cool.
I'm sorry. Salute.
Yeah,
my apologies, Mr. Cool. Yeah, I don't know what to say. I don't know. I've never seen it this bad.
Right.
And I mean that sincerely. I've never seen it this bad. And this is when Ajax was getting more time on the court, and Ajax was one of the usual suspects. Like, okay, brother, can we? Where did you get your basketball education from? Again, maybe I'm giving too much credit, but this is an exceptionally difficult league to get into. Go down to any YMCA, and everyone's seen them. There is someone who is nasty, who will destroy everyone in the gym. They can't smell an NBA court because it is that difficult to make it to that level. It's that difficult to get people to pay attention to you long enough just to get a scout to believe in you long enough to give you a chance. It is so hard to get into this league. It's so hard. You only have 15 people on a team at the most, right? That's it. Football, you got 53 people on a team, 32 teams. You got 15 people on a team, 30 teams, and the entire world plays basketball. Right? So, I mean, the talent pool is expanded far beyond the borders of the United States. They're looking everywhere for players, right? It is so hard. How do you make it to that level of basketball? And you're doing that stuff. Are you kidding me? Our best player just did that. Our best player. And they'll say, oh, well, it's just one play. And it is. But how is that still in your wheelhouse to do? I don't.
That
Oh gosh. Oh
yeah, that was a tough loss. Mr. Cool, tell me how you felt about today's game. Shout out to the living legend. Then we're gonna spin the block back to Dr. Smith. Go ahead, Mr. Cool.
Can't disagree with nothing Doc Smith is saying. You guys have pretty much nailed it. I think one of the things, though, from my perspective, what I think happened today is that Doc changed the philosophy of what he wanted to do, because the last few games there's been so much ISO and so much ISO with Damian Giannis.
Mm-hmm.
I believe he instructed them to come out and move the ball, get others involved. And I think they were doing that early, and I think that's fine, except there's only one problem with that. That should be the way it is all year. You change right now and just say, "Oh, forget about going ISO. You guys don't need to score. Move the ball. You don't need to score as much, and try to move the ball more to get the other players involved." And I'm fine with that. The problem is we don't do that enough. So there's other guys aren't as prepared when necessary to knock down shots because we don't do that enough. I don't need Giannis to lead the league in scoring. I don't need Dame to be number 5 or 6 in the league in scoring. We just saw what Cleveland did. Nobody even hit 20 points, and they ran us out the gym.
Correct.
So, you need to utilize your players that you have on your team, and I like the way I think we came out this game. Because that's the most ball movement I've seen us had in the first quarter in a while.
We had 32 assists today. We had all the stats that are telltale stats for us to win this game were in our favor. Besides execution, that's the one thing that wasn't in our favor was execution. You can't make those type of plays, bonehead plays at the end of the game. You have to be knowledgeable. You know they need 4 points. Give them the 3, but you're so competitive and you get tunnel vision that you you just lost it, and that's kind of on Giannis. It's a little bit on Giannis. This one is on Giannis. He's taking some responsibility for this one as well. Well, go ahead, Mr. Cole.
And I also think we really miss Bobby Portis more than we realize, because what's happening with AJ Green is he's forced to play because you cannot play Prince and Kuzma all game.
Right.
So somebody's got to come in off the bench to give those guys some rest, and he's getting bad matchups constantly. He's too small to guard these bigger wings. When he gets switched up onto them, it's a wrap. He's going to foul or they're going to score. And unfortunately, that's what's happened to A.J. Green. But he has to play because who else is going to play? When we're missing guys like Portis not playing, and we have no confidence in Andre Jackson. So, I mean, everybody says take him out, but you cannot play Prince all game.
Right, hold on one sec. Monalando, I see your comment. How many coaches do we need to fire till we realize our team is trash because of personnel? Explain. I don't think we have bad personnel. I just don't think we have bad personnel. Let's take Dame and Giannis out of the equation. I don't think Taurean Prince is a bad player. I don't think Gary Trent Jr. is a bad player. Kevin Porter Jr. is a solid player. We have solid talent. Bobby Portis is a player that a lot of teams would want. Even Brook Lopez. We have talent on this team. They're not being utilized effectively. They're not being pushed to their strengths. The whole point of a coach is to bring out the best of the player. Bring out to accentuate their positives and minimize their negatives. That is what a coach is supposed to do. Bring the best out of you.
Right.
Develop you, make you smarter. He's not doing that, Dre West. He's not doing that, Monalando. None of these coaches, all these past coaches, I never thought Bud was the greatest coach. If you look on my past lives, but when I wanted him fired. I never liked Griffin. That's just what they did. Now they just did this with Doc. None of us have been happy with the last 3 coaches. We snuck up and got that championship because Giannis went Super Saiyan Ultra Instinct. That's the only reason we won that championship. And we had a couple of outstanding games by Chris Middleton. We didn't steamroll teams to get to no championship. This wasn't no Lakers run to the championship. We hobbled and just got there, and Giannis went Ultra Instinct, and we won. It wasn't execution and coaching. Knock it off. We got to be real, y'all. We got to be real. When have we had a good coach?
And let me give you proof of what you're saying is true. Because Atkinson's only had 1 season, and look what he's doing with Cleveland. Doc is now in almost 2 full seasons if you count the playoffs as well. He's had this team a long time. We don't even come close. It's just executing. I don't care if we miss shots.
Yeah,
we don't execute like Cleveland. They are like a machine out there. How they run and how organized they are and what they do. We can't get nowhere close to that. And he's now in his second year.
Right.
Come on, man.
I don't know who's next, Jonathan Porter, but we gotta look for maybe a young, not no retread coaches. We need a fresh look. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let me get the super chat here. My bad, y'all. What up, King Temp? Appreciate the $4.99 super chat. Hallie doing the Dame time. Selly again should make Dame check himself. If Dame got any pride or passion left, he gotta take it personal on Saturday. I agree, and he's a mark for that too.
But he got it.
He got it. He did.
Because that was like, I remember the year that the Carolina Panthers were just running over everybody, and they were not a humble team when they were killing people, right? And every time,
exactly.
And you got a chance, but you know what? If you don't like it, stop it. Then he can't, do the thing.
We gotta definitely beat that. Otherwise, we split the series. We gotta beat that.
That in the Cleveland game, we had a moment where Brook Lopez was at the top of the 3-point line when not Donovan Mitchell, Darius had the ball, who's already like 1,000 times faster than Brook Lopez. So what does Brook Lopez do? Takes his eyes completely off the ball to turn around and tell somebody else what they need to be doing on defense, and just watch Darius Garland walk right by him, uncontested to the basket. In this game, we have the foul on the 3-point shot.
Hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second, Dr. Smith. 1 second. Dre West, what is the difference between Cleveland's team from last year and this year for how they got? So tell me that. So let's just have a quick conversation, Dre West. What is the difference between Cleveland last year and this year? They didn't win the championship last year. They got the same squad. They didn't have this record last year. They had the same squad. All the players are the same. The only thing they've added is DeAndre Hunter that they added after the trade deadline. Can you please explain to me what changed with the Cleveland Cavaliers besides the coach for them to, and he changed the complete dynamic and culture of that organization and team?
Yeah, yes he did.
He did. So I just want y'all, that's Dre West or Monalando or anybody else in the chat. Please explain to me what the difference is between Cleveland last year and this year besides the coach. They had all the same players. Why all of a sudden now are they looking like world beaters? Where last year they didn't scare you. Now they're scaring everybody with this new coach. If you can just tactfully tell me and explain to me so I can understand and grasp what else was it? What else was it with Cleveland besides the coach?
I can tell you.
Or Detroit for that matter. The Detroit Pistons. What's changed with them besides the coach and a couple of players? Let's talk coaching.
Because we could go right back to the beginning of the season, not even the beginning of the season, the beginning of training camp, when Doc said, we're implementing, or what we're working on is we're trying to teach these guys how to play basketball, like spontaneous basketball, because there's only so many set plays that you can run. There's a lot of spontaneity, and you have to know how to move in a free-flowing game, right? It's a lot less structured than football, my other love. Right? There has to be spontaneous basketball. So you have to be an improvisational thinker. You have to think on the fly. And when you make a statement like that, you are telling the world that this team is not good at that at all. You need guys to be able to think in real time. I can't call a timeout every 5 seconds to draw something up on the whiteboard to get you guys in position. You guys are going to have to know how to do that. I only have so many timeouts. I only have so much of a voice to scream from the sideline. You guys have to learn structure. Meanwhile, on those teams, their coaches have been able to synthesize what they do well, communicate that in a very basic form, because these guys are not asked to do it. It's not like you're seeing their role players do like 1,000 different things. They're doing what they do well, and they've synthesized it well enough so that these guys know that if in this situation I'm going to do this, in this situation I'm going to do that. I'm A, B, C, D. I got 4 different options to do on any one of these plays, and we're going to keep it simple. We're going to keep it focused. We're going to streamline it, and you are going to commit this to muscle memory. And what I see from us is too much thinking and not enough problem solving. We're not very good at problem solving to begin with, and these guys are left in positions where they're having to do what they can't do. We have a point guard who we had to take the ball out of his hands. I don't know if you noticed that. Giannis is bringing the ball up the court every single time. Why? Because our point guard cannot be trusted to consistently bring the ball up the court without turning it over. Because
Correct.
our point guard will take a pick from Brook Lopez, and rather than pass the ball to the rolling Brook Lopez, will try a cross-court pass, a no-look cross-court pass, get the ball stolen, and now Giannis, thank you, Dame. Giannis, please bring the ball up the court. KPJ, you and Dame are on the court at the same time. KPJ, you bring the ball up the court. Not that Damian can't do it, but that he cannot do it consistently without causing. It is more than just dunking over people. It's more than just being able to hit an open three. It's more than just being able to set a pick and roll. There is improvisation that you have to do. You have to have some basic NBA level intelligence. And it's his back-to-back games now when I'm seeing stars now, because I'm truly wondering about these guys. There's only so much that your coach can do. You have to be told not to take your eye off of the point guard and make us all look stupid.
That I will
You
say. Some of this is common sense. That's not coaching. Like Giannis should know not to do that. Should be common sense. Give me 1 second. Let me get my man Maurice super chat here real quick. Maurice, appreciate the $10 super chat. After further evaluation of Kuz and KBJ, it's becoming more clear that both have questionable IQs as well. We have a low IQ coach who's coaching low IQ players. Even Dame, GA are making poor decisions. Facts. I mean, that's true. One more from a shout out to Maurice spinning the block again with the $10 super chat. Let's not fool ourselves into thinking coaching doesn't matter. The Pacers roster isn't better than ours, but they have definitive style of play on offense and defense because Rick Carlisle is a good coach.
Facts. And you know what else? You know what else you can prove, Amara, your point? Look at the Houston Rockets.
Oh, there we go. Houston Rockets. There we go.
They were a terrible team, so they got a quality coach, and now they're a contender. All they did was change coach to get that guy that knows how to win. And we know the Miami Heat has taken undrafted players and gone to the finals and beat us in the playoffs.
Right.
So the coaching definitely makes a difference.
For that matter, I think Jimmy Butler was on his second or third game with the Golden State Warriors, right? They played us, and they beat us to death with that backdoor pass. I don't know if Draymond Green and Jimmy Butler had ever played together before, ever. Maybe they have. I don't know. But two players that are vaguely unfamiliar with one another beat us to death because we did not know how to make the adjustments to stop the backdoor pass. Very simple stuff.
That's right.
Like,
you were so right.
You remember? And I remember thinking that was when, like, I don't know why my antennas weren't up before, but that's when I was like, this seems pretty basic and we don't have any answers for this. Like, why is this, and then I started to get worried, but it didn't, like, the alarm wasn't going off. How many uncontested threes are we going to watch teams shoot on us? 3 rotations. We're not talking about like vintage Golden State Warriors where Steph Curry is having to run off 8 screens and all. 3 rotations. And it's a wide open 3-point shooter. How many times are we going to watch that? I've never questioned the intelligence on the team this much. I'm struggling. I'm struggling right now, guys. I don't know what to say because this is wow. We just lost the game on a 4-point play. Wow.
And really, truly, I can't even blame the coach on that particular play because you know this stuff from high school, grade school, but certainly in high school that we don't foul in this situation.
That's what I'm saying.
No one should have to tell you that. Nobody. You know you can't foul a 3-point shot with 6 seconds left to go in the game, or at that point 3.9. Just It doesn't. No one should have to tell you that. You are making a lot of money. Every single player out there. You should know the game by now. That's just something you learned all the way through since junior high school. You don't foul when you're up with the shot clock running the game out like this.
It's
My
ridiculous.
goodness.
There has to be some balance between ultra instinct and intelligence, right? I look, Giannis is and will be my favorite player for years to come. He's my favorite player, right? But no one is perfect. And when your instinct overrides your intelligence in this moment, you have plays like this, right?
Yeah.
No, did that play in of itself win the game? No. Like I said, we got plays where Kyle Kuzma is right under the basket and can't knock on a layup because he's the most like there's so many different things that you can point to for reasons why we lost this game. AJ Green, whose one marketable skill to make it to this level is to shoot a three, and we can't give it to you any more wide open than this, and you're still missing three. Like, we lost the game for a number of different reasons. However, if you are in this moment, if you have to be told to not do that, Brook Lopez, if you have to be told to not take your eye off of the ball, I don't care who has the ball, but especially one of Cleveland's fastest players, if you have to be told not to do that, Damian Lillard, if you have to be told not to make cross-court passes when there are defenders lurking, AJ Green, if you have to be told not to make cross-court passes when 4 defenders are lurking, like if you have to be told not to do this stuff, I don't know what to tell you. Because now I do feel for Doc. What do you want me to? I thought I was teaching the 10th grade. I'm with 6th graders out here.
Yeah.
Like, I have to revise my curriculum with how many games left? We have to go back to the basics like that far? Because it's not crazy. A one-off. Like, I just listed like a whole bunch of stuff I've been seeing. It's not a one-off. These guys, what is going on with my team? Oh, wow.
Damn, Amtrak. Amtrak said AJ Green turned into Pat Connaughton. Damn it.
let's not forget the overhelping on defense.
Oh, that is terrible.
Every game.
Oh, God.
I don't understand it. I just don't understand it.
Teams can easily shoot 50% from 3 on it. They get so many open looks. So many open looks that have not been addressed.
How many times have I seen Giannis under the basket, then he's rushing out to try to cover the 3 and it's too late? Right. I don't know why he's coming underneath the basket so often. He's one of the main ones that does that.
That has to be the defensive philosophy. They're packing the paint. In 2025, the Bucks are packing the paint.
Because
you can't make this stuff up. It's 2025.
Because they said, let's resurrect Mike Budenhouse's defense. So you're plagiarizing a defense that got figured out. You're plagiarizing a defense that got figured out. 4 years ago, they figured it out. Guys, what are we doing? If a team is in because I get the thinking, right? Oh, they're in the slump shooting 3 or whatever. We're gonna let them shoot the 3. You know what gets a team out of a slump?
18 games left. Oh, that's not a lot.
If they've been shooting poorly in a slump, you know what allows them to get out of said slump? By giving them a whole bunch of uncontested threes. Right. Then I can set my feet, I can take time, I can set my watch, I can do my taxes, then I can shoot the 3, and then I can realize, oh, it's not that hard. What allows it to stay difficult? By contesting these 3-point shooters. That way there's always pressure on them. That way whatever is going on in their heads can stay in their heads. You want to know how I know it works? Because it's been working on AJ Green for the last however many games.
Right.
Keep pressure on him. If he's in a slump, keep pressure on him. Keep your foot in his neck.
That's a fact.
We don't think like that, though. You just let him have it. Shoot your way out of the slump. It's all right. So we're not going to defend it. It's okay.
Yep. Also on that last play, I think Giannis selfishly wanted to try to make up for his mistake because obviously I'd rather have Dame have the ball coming up the floor to shoot because he may get fouled and he's going to make his free throws.
Right.
So I think Giannis, I know he can get up the court fast, but it's 3.4. I would have tried to get the ball in the Dame's hand and let him run the floor and take the shot from anywhere because I like his odds a lot better than Giannis shooting the ball like that.
That was some
and
hero
I just think
ball.
because I think he was frustrated with knowing what he did.
Yeah.
He wanted to try to make up on that, but
and now they got a chance. They got a chance at home, to right their wrong against the Pacers. Because this is another game we gave away. This game just stings a lot. This and that Houston game really grind my gears because these are both of those games we shouldn't have lost. And like I keep telling friends and family, any loss is magnified because of the difficulty of schedule this month. So when you're just giving away wins, it's gonna hurt us. I don't know how we're gonna try to maintain this 4th seed if we're giving away games that we should win. We gotta figure something out. We gotta figure something out. 0-9 against the top in the East. 0-9.
But for me, it don't even at this point. The seeding is important because you want to be able to play in front of your home court, right? It doesn't even matter at this point because if we are now to the point where once again you thought that your team had like 10th grade education, you thought that you were the teacher of a 10th grade class, and we're making these types of mistakes. It's not the bottom of the roster guys who are making these mistakes. I mean, they are too.
Right.
But it's like the top of it's Dame throwing cross-court passes with defenders lurking. It's him doing that. That's our starting point guard. I don't want to have unrealistic expectations, right? There's not going to be a perfect game. Kobe made mistakes, right? LeBron makes mistakes from time to time. But some of these mistakes that we're making are mistakes that you can expect to see 2-3 times a game. 2-3 times a game. If you are a fighter and you're susceptible to the jab, how long is it going to, and every time, if you're susceptible to a right hand, how long are you going to curl to that man's right with your hands dropped and get popped in the face until you adjust? What is it going to take? How many teeth do you have to spit out before you change your strategy? When everyone is doing it. We lost to Orlando. Orlando has no business being on the court with us. Right. We lost to the Pacers. Do you understand? Like, were you watching that game like I was, that we actually had a winning strategy? The strategy to win tonight is that the Pacers are massively undersized. So what are we going to do? We're going to bulldoze them in the middle. And you know what was happening? It was working. We had an overwhelming advantage. Every time we went to that play, Brook Lopez went and
52 points in the paint tonight. 52 points in the paint tonight. Hold on 1 second, Dr. Smith. Hold on 1 second. Let me just get these 2 super chat. But that lets you know that we are dominating the paint, so that was working. What up, Maurice? Appreciate the $10 super chat you spent in the block. Even if Tyrese Yellow Pudding would have missed the 3 and we won the game, I would still consider this a loss because defensively we gave up open threes on every possession. We should have lost by 20. And that's a fair point. Fair point. What up, Miss Robin Walker Murphy? Appreciate the $12 super chat. How the chat more engaging than the game. Also, maybe Thanasis is the secret sauce. We need the vibes. You never know. We need something. Shout out to Robert Walker Murphy. Appreciate you, man. We need something. And Bleach Report, boss, I gotta let you talk because you just look like, hey, man, bro, you look very disappointed.
I wanted Dr. Smith to everybody get a little worried.
Let me just say this too real quick. I know I see y'all in the green room. I'm gonna get y'all in a minute. Let Bleacher Report get his bars off. We're gonna do a round robin, then I'm gonna tap all 3 of y'all in. Go ahead, Bleacher Report, boss, bro. You look tight.
Let me go in, man. This is like, I want to say come on because I was just so mad. I wanted to just bust the window or something because I'm just, why this team continue to make the same mistakes they made last year. Like, it doesn't. I don't get it. And then the coach doesn't understand what he need to do. I mean, we don't. And then, like, I remember Dr. Smith, you said the last time I had a good coach. I don't remember. You can't even add George Carl that pitch because he was making the same damn thing, not adjusting, getting rid of players you don't need. Trade Ray out on the way. Like, it just gave me to that dark place. Like, we won the championship despite a Bud. But despite a Bud. That's the one. That's the thing I keep. thinking about? We won the Spider Bud, and now we just no IQ. You see they trying to get the ball to Haliburton. You let him run a football play. You run a damn football play on us. Like, how the hell you ran this man run a football play on us? Like a wide receiver going down the field and then he's shooting a damn three. Doing the study on damn again. And dang, stop, pass the ball across court. Like, what are you doing? Get in, like, he had only 13 points today. 13.
Yeah.
If you want, I can't say anything. But 13? Like, dude, what are you doing, man? And Giannis, I love you to death, man. I love you, Giannis. I love you so much, man. But what the hell was that tonight? What was you doing? You're not going to the lane. You doing good passing. You did great passing tonight, but you was just not getting more aggressive that you should have been doing. You kept passing the ball off when you needed to just get in there and get the foul. You was scared going to the line tonight. He was scared going to the line tonight. I don't know why. I don't know what was up with that. And I don't know what AJ Green, his minutes need to go down. His minutes down because he's missing wide open shots now. That's getting
right.
He's wide open shots. And it drives me crazy that this team do everything it can to put guys around Giannis and Dame, and you keep hearing about him. I mean, hearing about stuff that people don't care about us, and he goes somewhere. Y'all need to step up. If y'all sit there trying to even think about that, look at like you ain't had done nothing in the last 3 years since you won a championship. Like it's just so annoying that we keep going through this every year. I'm already mad enough the Packers ain't did a damn trade yet, so this ain't helping.
Right.
You
ain't helping my cool, man. My cool's gone right now.
I'm gonna do a Bucks live, Packers live soon too, but you know we'll talk about that later.
it's coming from like,
it's coming from everywhere. It's coming from everywhere. Well, go ahead and get your bars off Bleacher Report. Then we're gonna do a round robin so I can get Pronte and Montalando in here.
But I feel like overall the Bucks need to get their heads out of their asses and start playing some damn basketball. Like, what are you doing? Stop with this. Okay, he will get you the ball. No, get it set, stick with it. If they can't stop it, do something else. I mean, it was overpassing at this game. It was just a little bit overpassing. They just kept giving turnovers. Cross-court passing needs to stop. Like, that's AAU on basketball mistakes. That's high school mistakes.
Yeah.
National Basketball Association better do better than that. Like, they are not going to win a championship. They keep playing. They're playing like that, keeping games away like that. You already see what happened with Cleveland. Cleveland just put you out the gym. I mean, it was a close game to the fourth quarter. They was like, all right, we're still saying they shoot threes. They kept shooting it because it's wide open.
Right.
You was to get on them. I was one play. That was highlight.
Hold on 1 second, Bleacher Report. You right, Kerry. We should have mentioned that Junior, R.I.P. to Junior Bridgman, the former Milwaukee Buck. He passed, recent billionaire as well. Salute to him.
God bless his soul.
Yeah, God bless his soul. Yeah.
Bucks owner passed away. He just got to be an owner too when he passed away.
Right.
Rest in
At
peace,
least he went out on top. Salute to that. He went out on top.
Yeah. But overall, it was a play with Brooke, and Brooke just didn't even run. Didn't even try to run. Just kept looking away, and I'm like, what do we have to take for you guys to make sure you get online? You know Boston don't do that, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know Cleveland don't keep doing that, right?
Right.
They're gonna shoot 3 times. They're gonna shoot you out of the gym.
Right.
The Bucks ain't ready right now. They need to really think about what they're doing right now. Because they'll be one and done. They'll be out the playoffs. And then Giannis talk about, if he say anything, I'm looking at him like, look, you the one that wanted all these damn coaches. And they still ain't work out. Let that sneak in. I'm done.
I feel you. Hey, Bleacher Report is hot. Bleacher Report is hot. Let's start with Dr.
One thing I want to say real quick.
Yeah, go ahead,
Can I say this? Just real quickly. We are playing so many games now on national TV, and this is what's kind of sad for us that we're playing like this. We're about to play 3 straight games on national TV,
Take us off.
and that's
Take us
just
off.
not good.
Yeah,
We
I
got to win
agree.
this
That's a
one.
great point.
Embarrassing.
Embarrassing. I agree. Dr. Smith,
Embarrassing.
it's on you. Then we gonna go to Mr. Cool. Then go to Bleacher Report. Then I'm gonna tap in Monalando Tay in 78. On you, Dr. Smith.
See, I love everyone's opinion. I will put slightly back with the overpassing, because I actually agree with Mr. Cool. Right, I liked the ball moving the way that it was. I did. In those moments of the game, we actually had superior offense. I liked that we identified that the Pacers are a whole bunch of little fellas, and then we could just bulldoze and bully our way in the paint. That's what makes this loss that much more aggravating, because this team, when you have that much of an advantage over them, there's no way they should have been on the same court as us. But it took us goofing all game. It wasn't just that tremendously horrific play that Giannis made. There's no excuse for that. We have been goofing all game. Like I said, did I just see Kyle Kuzma shoot from behind? Like, what are
you doing? Right.
Like, it took moments like that
Like, what are you doing?
from behind, because he's Drew Holiday now, right? So it took moments like that for it to even be close. That should be at least a 20-point loss, in my opinion. But I'm overvaluing the team, I guess, because it doesn't matter how much size advantage you have. It doesn't matter how much passing you do. If in key moments of the game, you are still at 5th grade level basketball, we're not going to beat anyone. You want to know what Cleveland does well? They don't do things like that. You want to know what Boston does well? They don't do things like that. The Thunder don't do things like that.
Mm-hmm.
The Lakers don't do things like that. The Knicks don't do things like that. How do we lose that game?
Right. Facts.
God.
Yeah, I feel you with the frustration. Shout out to Dr. Smith. Let's go to Mr. Cool. We gotta let Dr. Smith cool off for a minute. It's on you, Mr. Cool. Then we will go to Bleacher Report. I feel you, Dr. Smith. It's on you, Mr. Cool.
I just try to look at the one or two, three things that maybe have cost us the game the most, the worst element of our game. One was the overplaying on defense, to where we're leaving wide open threes, where we're just somehow, I don't know what's with that. That was the biggest problem for me, I think, tonight, more than anything. 2 would be turnovers, just live turnovers we constantly get. I don't understand why we get so many live turnovers, and that's just
even the inbounding. We're a bad inbounding team. How are you a bad inbounding team? Think about how many times we've turned the ball over this year just on inbound play. Like, go ahead, Mr.
And then I think the final thing I was concerned about really is Kuzma's play.
Mm-hmm.
He just has not. In these last 3 games, man, he just seems to really have played down to a level, whatever reason. Yeah. I don't know if that's because of him not knowing where he needs to be on the floor, but his shooting has been poor. His attacking the basket has not been the same. So it's just, I don't know. It's just not been fun to watch these last 3 games.
I agree.
At all.
I agree.
It's tough to watch.
No, and I'm hoping we got another tough game Thursday. We got to play the Lakers, then we get again against the Pacers. So we don't got time to sulk. And we got to get ready right now. Again, we got to get mentally focused and get ready. There are no easy games this month. There are no take a day off games. Not a game this month is an easy game. There's never an easy game for the Bucks, period, but it's really not going to be easy this month. We're playing all teams. If you don't execute against, they'll shoot you out the gym or just beat you badly. There is no in between. We're not playing no Dallas Mavericks this month. I just want Bucks Nation to understand. That's why I was preparing y'all before March started. This is going to be rough. It's going to be a lot of ups and downs. We need to be patient. That was my verbatim statement because I know this team. I know who this coach is. I know what we're going to go through.
Ups.
Yeah.
Doesn't mean it's been
a lot of downs. We're going to hit some ups, though, because if we beat the Lakers and beat the Pacers, we right back in the game. Back in the game.
They need to do that right now.
So, yeah.
I'm tight, man. I'm really
I feel you. Go ahead, Mr. Cool. Let Mr. Cool finish so I can get everybody else in here, too. Go ahead, Mr. Cool.
We're going to beat the Lakers. I got to believe that. We're gonna
Okay.
beat the Lakers, and we're gonna beat the Pacers. We'll come back, but we got to do things better than what we're doing now.
Oh, I
Just
agree.
got to,
I agree.
got to.
On you, Bleacher Report. What's your final
Man,
word, sir?
my final word is get your ass in gear and get to the next game win because it's gonna be lights going on. It's gonna be another national game, and
Mhm.
they can show up. Like show up. Like put the team away. Like why we had to struggle? Why we struggling against teams that's not even that good? Like why are we struggling? I don't get
Right.
that. We did this. We did this trade. You don't have Middleton to blame anymore. We don't have Middleton to blame anymore, and they still continue to wait to lose like that. To lose like that, just make your heart just sink. Like I can't believe that just happened.
Right.
And
Nah.
then Doc saying, "Oh, yeah, that was my fault." Yeah, no crap, that was your fault. Yeah, that was your fault. But at the same time, the team, the culture, like I don't understand. They need to win. They need to win Thursday, man. That's all I gotta say. They got to win Thursday. They got to win this weekend. They got to stop playing these games. Like
No, I agree with you
I,
100%.
they better win. They better win Thursday. Stop playing these games. Stop playing. Stop playing games, man. Win Thursday and let's go, man. Stop. Buckle down.
Right. No, I agree with you. I agree with you.
All right.
Appreciate you tapping in. Appreciate you, Dr. Smith, tapping in. The legendary
Yes.
Mr. Cool, the VP. Appreciate y'all tapping in. Hey, another classic live. Let me tap the other rest of these individuals in. Appreciate y'all tapping in, gentlemen.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
All right, Bleacher. Let me get the homie Monalando in here. Got 78 in here. Got Pronte in here. Let's start with you, Monalando. Let me know how you felt about the game. What's up, gentlemen? Let me know how you felt about the game today, bro.
Hey, I mean, it happens. It was
Right.
a fluke 3. But I'm not gonna lie, something that we always say about this team is we have the lowest IQ. Not not only the IQ is a big factor of losing these games, it's also our defense. It's fake. I don't know what Bug Regner, whatever his name is, Greg Buckner, right?
Yeah, Greg
That's
Buckner. Yeah.
but there's a reason. There's a, I'll be honest, nothing changed. I'll be honest. What was the defense that so groundbreaking that changed from last year? They were all still lost on transition. We're still lost in rotation. We're still getting blown by our man, needing to double the guy with the ball and then getting lost and watching the guy shoot a uncontested 3 and take his time. Is this exact same as last year? I'm telling you, like someone said in the chat, oh, um, stop making excuses for Doc. I'm not making excuses. Doc is a horrible coach. I've been
Right.
on his side defending him all the time because giving him the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
He's a bad coach. That's just an addition to what last year we had. So how many coaches? Remember what I said before? How many coaches will it take until this team is better? It's not 3. It's not 4. Doc's gonna be fired soon. I mean, he signed a contract, right?
Right. Yeah.
Oh God. Oh,
I think it was 4 years, 40 million, if I recall correctly. I think Doc
I mean,
contract
we're
is
out of
4
the
years,
luxury
40
tax now,
million.
right? We can't be paid. Oh, Bud is now. I remember, like this year, Bud was finally
Right.
out of the
So
pay.
we got room
So
to
we might
pay
have to
Doc
fire
now.
Doc. You know, we might have to fire Doc. But I'm not gonna lie. You know how you said before, like, um, these kind of the way we were playing. It's not only about coaching. It's also about personnel. How we lack IQ.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you have a teacher who's instructing you, preparing you for a quiz or a test, right? Midterm test. And they said, here are all the notes, take notes, make sure you study, and when you come to class, be prepared. Now, the time is now. It's the test, it's the final test. And what do? You poo the bed every single game. It's like you forgot completely how to play basketball. Like it's just I'm not
This.
blaming a single person in this game. It's not only this game, but
Yeah.
usually when I analyze like a team, I analyze in a total season.
Mm-hmm.
Playing like this is not going to win us anything. Forget regular season games. We're not gonna win 2, 3 games in a row in the playoffs. I'll just say that because the way we're playing is very low IQ, starting with Doc.
Yeah.
And one more thing, the personnel we had is from how many years ago? Since the championship, even before that. We've been figured out. How do you play Brook? Get him in on isolation on the island. Boom, very easy to get blown behind. Once you blow, it's not only Brook though. It's everybody on the team. Giannis, when he's playing the 5, he's worried about protecting the rim, not getting in foul trouble, and also trying to rotate to the corner. Somebody blows their assignment, we're all in rotation. So Giannis is our best defender. Despite Brook being rim protector and everything, Giannis is our best defender. And I would say he's not our best rim protector. I would say for sure that he's not a rim protector, but he's regressed defensively. But that goes to show you something. This team does not know how to defend anything. The only thing Brick could do is jump up and down and block a shot. The rest is he's done for.
We have poor defensive practices. We're always reaching. We're always gambling. We just don't play. The only person I see that actually plays real defense is, to be honest, Jericho Sims. Move his feet. He don't foul like that. He just move his feet.
Yeah, he's right.
He just moves his feet. Gary Trent Jr. gamble all the time on defense. All of them gamble. Kevin Porter. Nobody just wants to stay in front of their man and just slide their feet. That's a big problem. Hey, you muted yourself. Hold on 1 second. Hey, you muted yourself, Pronte. You good now? Wait, no, you muted yourself.
Sorry, Pronte. I'm gonna pass it to Pronte real quick, but I'm gonna say one more thing. Over the years, we've been studied like a book, bro. Like Giannis, there's ways to play Giannis, how to defend Giannis. They know how to get into his head. They know how to stop him. Just foul him. He's gonna miss 1 or 2 free throws.
Correct.
They would rather get Giannis on the free throw than get an open 3. Run us off the line, put us in rotation like a rotisserie chicken, and we're done for. I'll pass to Pronte now. That's all I gotta say.
Hold on 1 second. We're gonna go to 78 first, because 78 time be kind of tight. It's on you, 78. Then we'll go to Pronte.
Peace, y'all. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah.
I know you rolling, so it's all good. Go ahead, 78.
Yeah, man. I was gonna go to sleep, but I'm just too irritated. I gotta say something, bro. It's like I'm so mad at the Bucks right now, bro, because this is an easy game. This is winnable games we're losing, and we've been doing this all year. Losing winnable games, and it's gonna come back to bite us like now. Now we got this tough month of March that we all knew was coming, and we're still losing winnable games. This comes down to coaching and basketball IQ, from the coach down to the leaders on the floor. And we got to admit that, bro. I'm talking about Doc, Giannis, and Dame.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because why on earth? Last game, Giannis and Dame playing hero ball. So evidently, Doc talked to them about hero ball, saying we need to move the ball more. So now all of a sudden, y'all acting like Kobe against Phoenix. I'm just not going to shoot. I'm just going to keep on passing now. Bro, ain't nobody got time for this. Listen, why do somebody have to tell you when to shoot? Y'all know when y'all supposed to shoot and when you're not. That comes down to IQ. I saw Giannis twice tonight that I noticed. He get the ball, he drive into the paint, he got one man in front of him, and he dish out behind the three-point line. Bro, that's not what we talking about when we talking about moving the ball.
That's a fact.
When you getting double teamed, then you move the ball, fam. Let's not play games, Giannis. I'm not finna kiss your behind and pretend like you wasn't doing that. I saw you doing it with my own eyes. Right? Dame Lillard, let me look at these stats. Giannis shot the ball 14 times. Dame shot the ball 14 times. Oh, that's a coincidence. All right. Now, Torian Prince had 18 points. Torian Prince had 18 points. Giannis had 19. Dame had 23. Dame had 14. I'm sorry, 15. Dame had 15. And Brook Lopez. Why are we dogging Brook Lopez? Brook Lopez was 9 for 11 from the field.
He was killing today offensively.
23 points. Why are we dissing Brook Lopez? He did what he was supposed to do. Now, all you need now is the leaders of the team to act like they know what they're doing. Kevin Porter Jr.
Mm-hmm.
played 17 minutes off the bench, had 9 points, but he got those 9 points pretty early.
Correct.
AJ Green, 20 minutes, 6 points. Torian Prince only got, I'm excuse me, not Torian Prince, but Gary Trent Jr. only got 7 shots up. Kevin Porter Jr. got 5 shots up. AJ Green got 5 shots up. Right. My point is this: if you look at the amount of shot attempts, our offense is horrible, bro.
Yeah, I agree.
Our defense wasn't the real problem this game.
Oh no, our
Because
defense
Indiana
is
only
definitely
scored
horrible, bro. No,
only scored
Our
150
defense, we was
points.
giving up way too many open threes, 78. I
Well,
can't let
well,
that one go.
I feel like this. We only Indiana only scored 115 points.
Mm-hmm.
I saw the Milwaukee Bucks on many opportunities. We could have scored 125, 130 points this game, and we could
Blown
have won this game.
opportunities. Blown opportunities, turnovers.
Absolutely blown opportunities, bro. And my thing is this: Ryan Rollins has went to the bottom of the bench. I said this a month ago. I don't know why Doc keep being so hard on Ryan Rollins. I don't know what it
Mm-hmm.
is, but in my opinion, if AJ Green is on the court and he's not shooting the ball 10 times a game, he needs to be out of the game
Facts.
and play somebody else, bro. Play Ryan Rollins. Play some like what are we doing? We
No, that's
gotta
fair
get
point.
we gotta get these lineups figured out before the playoffs. It is what it is, bro. I don't know what to say. I'm hoping we beat the Lakers. I can't even say that now. I ain't got no confidence because no matter who we play, it's like we gonna lose. Like I don't understand what we're doing here, bro. Even though the Lakers don't got LeBron, we still can lose. And I'm gonna say something else too. Even though this is not, I mean, I don't care. It's an excuse. Whatever. The referees hate our guts, bro. They hate our guts, bro. Listen, bro. Giannis, this is the fifth time this season. Fifth. Giannis, at the end of the game, has gotten a foul call. This man's a superstar. And you giving Giannis fouls at the end of the game? Man, bro, you lucky to be on your channel. Because I want to cuss somebody out, bro. This is ridiculous.
Mark Davis, bro. Mark Davis.
This is ridiculous. Why is Giannis getting foul calls at the end of a game in clutch situations? They really trying to frustrate Giannis. They want him out of Milwaukee. I swear, bro. They want him out of Milwaukee so bad. They want to frustrate him to go and help this ball-headed. Oh! They want him to go help this Mark over in L.A. And you know who I'm talking about.
Right.
I ain't gonna say his name.
Fact.
I'm finna go to sleep, bro. If I say something, get in trouble.
All right, 78. I'm gonna hit you later. All right, bro. I'll hit you later.
Peace, bro.
All right, 78, bro. Oh my God. Salute to 78, bro. Hey, Moose, I'm gonna tap you in. Hold on. What up? What up?
What
What
up?
up, Pronte? What up,
Yeah,
Moose?
man.
What's on Pronte, bro? Then we gonna go to my brother. But we gonna go Pronte first. It's been a little bit. Tell me how you feel about today's game, pros, cons, and what you looking forward to, Pronte.
Man, I just think that the Bucks don't know how to play with each other.
Damn.
It's the same problem as
This
last
came
year.
out the gate. Go
I
ahead,
mean, it's the same
Pronte.
problem as last year. When you make in-season trades and you make the trades that the Bucks made, you got to go figure out lineups again. You got to figure out rotation. By reporters not playing, so now you lose a lot of scoring. One thing that Bobby Portis did bring was scoring
Mm-hmm.
against a team, especially against a team like the Pacers who were undersized. He would have scored like 20 points on them easy. So you lose that off the bench, and then Doc brings this lineup in at the top of the fourth quarter the last three games with no Dame, no Giannis on the court, and that's the dumbest lineup I've ever seen in my life. And that's why they lose. And they lost. They went down 10.
Right
How long
away.
you gonna go out? And it's like you don't. I don't understand that lineup. Like Kuzma's not strong enough of a player to hold it down with that lineup. So you got to have Dame or Giannis on the floor. So that's and they lost those games because of that stretch. And it's like,
Agreed.
why do you keep putting that lineup in the game knowing it's a losing lineup? It just doesn't make sense. You can't have. So I just don't understand what Doc is thinking sometimes. I don't understand. I don't understand what I don't understand what Dame is thinking sometimes. Because Dame, what is Dame doing?
I agree.
Like,
Sometimes he's aloof.
I'm
I
just
agree.
saying, man. Like I was like, what is he doing? The whole 2 points in the first half? Come on, man. Like assert yourself. Like assert yourself. You are a top 50 player. You not being assertive.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense to me.
It was just
Giannis,
weird today. Like Mr. Cool was mentioned on Prime. They only took like 14 shots. Him and Giannis.
yeah, but that's on Doc because one thing I would disagree with Doc, and I disagree with a lot of people when they say ball movement, ball movement, ball movement. That's a lie. Tell
Okay.
Kobe and Shaq about ball movement. No. No, that's not how that works when you have a Kobe and Shaq. That's not how that works. You play through those players. They get the shots. You play off those players. That's how the game works with those players. You do not limit their touches because they have gravity. They can
I
get
feel you.
easy shots for players.
Hold on 1 second. Prime, let me get these super chats. Or I'm gonna forget because we getting into it here. Hold on 1 second. What up, Milwaukee Black? Appreciate the $2 super chat. Make math work. AJ Green 20 minutes, 6 points. Rollins 14 minutes, 16 points. I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Look, we talking about role players.
Right. Yeah,
the problem wasn't the role players. It was not the role players. Look at the players that had 16 and 19 points.
Right.
That is never supposed to happen against any opponent.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, Maurice, don't get your blood pressure raised, brother. Hold on 1 second. Appreciate the $5 super chat. Hold on. Dr. Smith, I got some extra blood pressure medication if you need some. I'm with you, bro. This is embarrassing to watch. Shake him out. Salute to Maurice. Yeah, I had to let Dr. Smith cool down. He was almost out of character. He had to take himself out. He almost got out of character. It's on you, Fronte. Don't know we gonna go to Moose. Go ahead, Fronte.
I just don't think that you can take the ball out of those players' hands and expect to win too many games in the NBA. You cannot limit your superstars. Why have superstars then? The reason why Indiana can get away with it because they have no superstars. You understand? It doesn't make sense. Who's taking the ball out of Kobe hand and Shaq hand? Who's taking the ball out of Luka and LeBron hand? No, come on, y'all. That makes
That's a good point. Hey, look at
that makes no
Cool,
sense.
Yeah.
That makes no sense with the type of team you got. You got to put players around it that can play off those players. If they can't play off their players, they shouldn't be on the team. End of story. And that's just the way it is. You cannot because they're not going to be effective.
Right.
And as we saw, it's hard to win when Dame only got 16 points and Giannis got 19. I'm sorry.
That's a fair point. No, that's a fair point, Pronte. That's fair.
That's weird basketball for the Bucks, and it just couldn't be. It shouldn't be a thing. So this is the thing. Doc is playing Boston Celtics basketball when he has the Lakers. He has Kobe and Shaq. It doesn't add up. It doesn't add up, and we've seen that it doesn't add up. But then the point. But superstars do force shots. That's what they do.
Right.
I disagree with superstars can't force shots because they always force shots. What superstar that didn't force shots? None. Absolutely none. Jordan forced shots. Kobe forced shots. We can go on and on and on.
Right.
And they were not concerned. Do you hear Shaq talk every time? I think Giannis need to get more shots. 7 shots is crazy. He was right. Shaq, if he said the coach on me with 7 shots, he'd have said, "Man, you need to do more." You see what I'm saying? That's the type of players they got. And if you don't maximize the talents of Dame and Giannis, then you're not going to win in the playoffs either. Are you telling me you want to rely on Kevin Porter Jr. and AJ Green to give you 15, 20 points in the playoffs?
No, that's not realistic.
That's not realistic. You need Dame and Giannis charged up. We need the 30 and 30 team charged up for the playoffs. So I think they need to figure that out and stop relying on the role players and put so much pressure on the role players to carry this team. Okay. That doesn't make sense. Okay, the Bucks got a chance. They got good role players. Put them in their roles. You cannot have Dame and Giannis off the court for long stretches of the game.
That's an absolute coaching mishap. I think we've lost games due to that. Due to Doc not managing rotations.
3 out of 4 games due to that lineup that they keep putting in the game. You cannot have Dame and Giannis off the court.
At all. At any point in the game.
At all.
One of them got to be on the court at all times.
That's your team. That's what you pay them all the big bucks for. Go do what you do. Yeah, that's all I got to say. Go ahead, Moose.
Let's go ahead, Moose.
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you good.
All right, cool. Well, first off, let me just say it's a pleasure being on your show for the debut, but I'm hot. So that's the bad thing, right? So this game right here that shows like how much the Bucks are just not disciplined. It's just too much going on and them making the same mistake over and over again. And I just don't understand it. The ball watching on defense is out of control. I don't understand how you can ball watch to the point to where you don't know where your man is. That's crazy to me. And then y'all know teams are going to attack Brook Lopez. You know that. Prince, how are you holding Haliburton all the way to the paint when you know Brook can't get out to the three-point line to hold Turner? You can't do that. You have to drop off. Help him out. You know he's not going to go back to the three-point line. You know he's not going to do that. So they keep spamming that same play over and over again because they know y'all not going to help Brook. And they just going to keep cooking Brook until y'all figure that out. You have to drop off. And all players on that team have to learn that. When you are holding somebody, they put you in a pick and roll. You can't follow the person all the way to the paint and then leave the person out on the perimeter to shoot a three. It's just killing y'all every time. You have to know when to drop off in order to protect that.
Moose, how much is that a product of Brook? Product of having Brook on the court. A lot of that had to do with Brook being on the court.
I want to piggyback off of what Pronte's saying, and I think Monalando agree with this as well. We didn't see that when Jericho Sims was in the game. No, he doesn't have the offensive acumen of Lopez, but defensively, he's moving his feet. He's not getting cooked like that. He's still young and figuring it out and all that, but as far as his just default defensive skills, they're there. His default. Hold on 1 second, Moose, and I'm going to let you chop it back up. Hold on 1 second. Maurice, appreciate the $10 super chat. I agree with Ponte. While we definitely need ball movement, there are times in the game when Dame and Giannis simply cannot defer. If they do defer, it needs to be to each other. Stars can't be passive. Facts. I agree. Facts.
I mean, this is season time, so this is almost like playoff warm-up time.
It is. No, there's no warm-up. This is our playoffs because every game matters for us. Every game matters.
It is the point of the season. Those days are over. That was the beginning of the season.
Right. No, I definitely agree. Go ahead, Moves.
All right. The other thing, too, is when there's a drive that happens, you cannot all just jump in the paint. Y'all not even shot blockers. Like, dang, everybody is jumping in the paint. It's like, what are you going to do? You're not going to block the shot. Stay out on the perimeter.
Well, Moose, let me ask you this. What do you think they doing in practice if this is what they doing in the game?
I don't know if they practicing or not. I don't even know what they doing. But they have to, even if common sense just got to kick in at some point. That's what I'm saying. Y'all be bagging on Doc, and I get it to some degree, but it's just like, at some point as a player, common sense got to kick in and be like, you know what? I'm not going to do that. You diving in the paint and the ball going right over your head for a three. It's just like, you didn't have to do that. You're not blocking the shot. So why are you even going in the paint?
All right. I don't know what you did, Monalando. All right. Tap back in when you get straight, Monalando. Go ahead, Moose, my bad.
Yeah, so it's just like the Bucks on defense is what really has me concerned because they giving up way too many threes. Way too many threes. And the teams that they going to play, like Cleveland, Boston, all they want to do is just shoot threes all game.
Right. We're susceptible to that.
And to be honest, this game shouldn't even have been close. As many threes as the Pacers missed today, because of the way we were playing defense, like, they gotta chill on that. Like, they have to be disciplined and just staying at home. Like, you can't just be always wanting to help your teammate, diving in the paint, giving up threes.
I feel what you're saying, but that's what should be worked on in practice. This is all stuff that they should be worked on in practice. This should be worked on when they watch in the film room. Hey, when you see that happen, do this, not that. So that's why I go in on Doc, bro. I'm looking at it from a leadership perspective. I'm a leader. If my direct reports keep messing up, yes, it's on them, but it's making me look bad as the leader. If they don't know how to act right, if they're not performing their daily tasks right, they're not going to get fired. They're going to fire me because I don't look like I know what I'm doing. That's why I'm holding Doc accountable. I'm looking at it from my perspective as being a leader, bro. You can't if your team we're just gonna say team in this perspective. If your team is not performing well, they're coming for the whoever that leader is. Because the leader is supposed to make sure that your team is performing at a certain level and executing, bro. That's coaching. You work on that in real life, in one-on-ones, in team meetings. You address those problems so they don't occur again. Doc isn't addressing anything because the same things happen all the time. So yes, it's Doc's fault. Everything's Doc's fault. This team isn't bad. We don't have bad players on this team. I'm telling you right now, if you brought Phil Jackson out of retirement, I bet you this team would look better. I bet you this team would look better. Running the triangle, running something, having a damn identity. It's the coach. Get him out of here. All the last 3 coaches have been trash. I'm tired. No. We're not blaming the players no more. Your coach prepares you. I prepare my staff to make sure they're successful. But this fool almost called him Bud. They're all the same dummy. Bud, Griffin, Doc Rivers, interchangeable idiots. Yes, we're blaming coaching because coaching matters. Leadership matters in everything. Leadership matters. Who is leading this team right now? Because I don't know. It ain't Doc.
Well, the problem is, it ain't Doc. Doc doesn't know. Doc is finessing. We all know Doc is finessing. So Doc is doing his finesse game. He's getting his contracts. He's fulfilling his contract. That's all he's doing. But he has to come up with a game plan that makes sense for this team. You cannot be. I mean, you can't keep shooting. Like, this is a 3-point lead. You have to at least put up 35 threes. I'm sorry. I don't understand how we don't shoot 35 threes a game. Last game, we shot like 22. Why did we lose? We shot 23s. Why did we lose to Cleveland? We shot 23s. 23s? Like, come on, man. That doesn't make sense. Like, they just launching threes. We shooting 23s. Like, come on. But some of it's we're missing Bobby Portis.
Right, I agree.
I mean, that is a big hole in our scoring. Because now we got to rely on inconsistent scores. Bobby Portis is going to give you 15 points.
I agree. And he's going to get you some rebounds.
And he'll stretch the floor a little bit. So, especially in them lows when, you depending on players who don't have confidence in their offensive game. Oh, back to the basket. Bobby, he going to take that ball.
Oh, yeah. Y'all don't want to shoot? I got it.
Yeah,
he's like, y'all want to shoot? I got it.
Bobby ain't passing nothing. Oh, y'all ain't hot? Give me the ball.
Well, right. I don't care if I'm hot or not.
I'm on fire.
Right. I'm about to
He's heating up.
This team, bro, is so frustrating.
We rely on Book Lopez. I mean, Kevin Porter Jr. is an interesting player.
Right.
I'm not sure they really know how to use him. I'm not sure he really knows how to use himself. You know what I mean, on the court. So sometimes he doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't know what he wants to do.
You know what he need? You know what he need? A coach. Because that's what they do, develop the players. Kawhi Leonard got developed by coaching, right? There's players. I'm just saying, players get developed, bro. I just don't see it. I know that we can't. I know we always blame the coach. But sometimes it's for a reason. You got to fire him till you get right. You don't marry the first chick you date, do you? You got to keep dating until you find the right one. We dating coaches right now until we find the right one, and I don't think we found the right one yet.
But at the end of the day, like Dame, Giannis, and Doc, they didn't get their heads out their butt.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's the time season where it's time to win. You're going to play all these teams in the playoffs. So I don't understand how you think you're going to win a championship. You out here battling each other for, whose philosophy is, the philosophy y'all should use. Go win a game. If it's not listening to Doc, it's not listening to Doc. You know what I mean? I mean, at the end of the day, y'all, Damian, Giannis, y'all need to do what it takes to win. Y'all get paid the most money.
Right.
Do what it takes to win. The legacy is on y'all. Doc legacy is what it is. You come in here, you want to
look at this prime time. Let's piggyback off what you're saying. Look at what Nemesis just said. I feel like this is very accurate. The sad thing about the Bucks is that we don't win by outplanning the opponent. We win when they don't have good shooting nights or they are just as bad as or worse than us. I believe that's 100% true.
Yeah.
That's 100% true, Nemesis. 100%. Go ahead. I just want to throw that in there with your point, Pronte.
But you know at the time, like, Moose, we know it's not time to be doing this beginning of the season stuff.
Right,
Like, this is
facts.
beginning of the season stuff. Like, what are y'all doing? Y'all, I'm gonna take 7 shots. I'm gonna take, man, get out of here and win the game. Like, Dame, go win the game. Be Dame. How many years somebody got to tell you to be Dame?
Right.
Like, this is getting old now.
I agree.
You know what I mean? Y'all, the playoffs is coming up. This is y'all last best shot. Let's be honest. This is y'all
They
last
got about
best shot
one more year with this squad,
you
2
relying
max.
on Doc Flaky. Doc, you relying on Doc to get you there? No.
You got to do it yourself.
Giannis, y'all going to have to win the championship.
Agreed.
So y'all get y'all roles together. Y'all get the players together. Y'all get people in order. Right? Y'all ain't winning nothing. Because ain't no way y'all going to be fighting for the ball at the end of the game still. Y'all going to be debating on whether you should pass or shoot. Make the right play and win the game. If Doc get mad if you shot 20 times a game and you win, who cares? Who cares? You know what I mean? Dang, if you shooting 30-foot 3-pointers and y'all winning, who cares? At the end of the day, it's time to win. You know, y'all know each other. Y'all been together long enough to figure it out between the two of y'all. We saw y'all get 30 points together several times throughout this year. That was the most effective Bucks team right there. End of story. I don't care about the passing, whether you got 30 assists or 20 assists. When Dame and Giannis get 30 points, the Bucks are going to win. It's a guarantee. And they both can do it on a night-to-night basis. So, in this playoff times, that's what they're going to need in the playoffs anyway. You need to get them players. You need to limit your lineup, right? Because it's we preserving them for the playoffs. Yeah. You need to limit your lineup, get your rotation tight, and get people doing what they're supposed to be doing when they're supposed to be doing it. End of story.
Right.
You know, if you don't care about being an 8th seed or the 6th, 7th seed, that's on you. But you ain't coming out the East playing Boston or Cleveland in the first round.
Oh, no, absolutely not. Absolutely not.
So you better figure it out right now while winning games. You know, at the end of the day.
Hold on one second. This is to you, towards you, Pronte. Hold on one second. Maurice with $10 super chat said, I agree with Pronte. While we definitely need ball movement, there are times in the game. Okay, no, we got that one. Hold on one second. Let me get the other one. Yeah, Jay Stizzle, appreciate the $20 super chat. I don't think of the issue as ball movement. I believe it's the lack of movement without the ball, which makes the offense stagnant and predictable. Other teams are cutting and moving and making them hard to guard. Facts. That's true too. Great point, Jay Stizzle. Appreciate the $20 super chat.
Giannis will get 30. Mr. Cool, Dame and Giannis will get 30 apiece in the playoffs. I can guarantee
you that. They'll go for 30.
Guarantee it.
Yeah.
I can almost guarantee it. Just by force of nature of who they are, they're going to both get 30. If Middleton and Dame can get 30, of course Giannis and Dame can get 30 in the playoffs. I mean, that's ridiculous. The fact that they didn't do it this game is because they was battling Doc.
Yeah. He's a battle. Yeah, hey, Dion, exactly. Too much double teaming. Yeah, too much 2-on-1. That it's just stupid. Shout out to you, Dion, man. Salute.
That had to help when Brook on the court, because Brook plays so much drop defense.
Then why don't you just tell this big Neanderthal don't drop that far or put a line in the when they in practice? Go ahead.
You can't. That's the problem. There's no other solution. There's no other solution. That's why all these coaches look the same. You're limited in what you can play with Brook and Bobby on defense. You can't do anything else. You put them out on the perimeter, they're going right past every time. How many times have you seen Brook close out on the 3 and they just go right around him? Every time. They're just going to drive right around them. There's no solution to that. They have to be in drop. But the problem is when the pick and roll comes, you have to know when to drop off to help Brook. That's the key. Thank you.
Torian Prince was killing that whole. Him and Brook switched the whole game. I'm like, what
you can throw. Let's not forget about AJ Green either. Let's throw him in there too.
I mean, but the thing about Torian Prince, AJ Green, and Brook Lopez, right? They've been on the team the whole year. Y'all ain't the new players. Y'all should know what y'all about to do.
How are they gonna know if they not doing it in practice? We coming back to practice.
But when does common sense come in though? But it's common sense though, bro. At some point, you just got to be like, you know what? Brook is not going to get to the perimeter. He's just not. I have to get back. And just live with that. You just got to do that. I don't need Doc to tell me that.
Nah.
You shouldn't.
Giannis,
I agree. You shouldn't.
Giannis
But
got to stop sagging in so hard in the paint.
But it's
And
not.
then
They
Man,
all do it. They pack the paint like people are trying to come to the
and,
hole. They're doing the exact opposite of what this era is about. This era is
but
about
that's
3-point
that's
shooting.
another
I mean,
point
this
though.
era is the Brook Lopez era, where you got a ball, you can grab it and dunk it, but you tap it out to the 3-point line. Like
Yeah,
that's what this era is all about. I was like,
that
what
was
is Brook
crazy. Yeah,
Lopez doing?
yeah,
Dude tapped the
that
ball
was
all the
wild
way
when
out
I
the
saw
front, had
that,
a layup. I was
bro.
like, it's not about
But
that.
but but that's the other thing too, Pronte, that you mentioned. The spacing on defense is bad because they like to all be in the paint so bad that their footing is in the paint. So when they kick the ball around, you're not going to be able to close out in time to contest the three. That's the
Facts.
problem. You got to space yourself differently on defense. They don't do that. They all like to just be in this paint area, and I don't get it. And then they have to
It
know
gotta
too,
be, it gotta be
Haliburton.
the like Am said though, it gotta be a defensive philosophy.
Yeah,
Like it gotta be a
it's
defensive
possible.
philosophy. You know that's what they coaching them.
Right.
That's principle. That's the principles of the defense. So it has to be the principles of defense. That's what they executing it at. But at the same time, we gotta shoot the 3-point better. I think a big
Mhm.
reason why we've been losing these games is our 3-point shooting has been terrible lately.
Yeah.
Because
That's
Dame
a
has
good.
been shooting pretty bad,
Yeah.
and so is AJ Green and Torian Prince. I think Gary Trent just came back and shot better today.
Right.
But they 3-point shooting, if we had better 3-point shooting, we probably wouldn't be having this conversation right now.
Well,
Because
that's fair.
because that is really what's hurting the Bucks. The other teams are just out shooting us from three. And we know, like you said, Amara, this is that league now. You gotta shoot the 3-point kind of decent to win the game. You know, but and the Bucks are turning the ball over too much,
Yeah,
which I don't understand.
yeah.
Hold on 1 second. The homie just put in a super chat. Hold on 1 second. What up, Miss Nick Swin? Appreciate the 199 super chat. They know Lopez is slow. They just trying to overhelp. I feel you, Nick Swin. I hope work going well for you too. We miss you tapping in. Hopefully, when you get your schedule back straight, Nick Swin, you can tap in. Nick Swin was coming hard for the queens of the chat up in here tapping in last year. Salute to you, Nick Swin. But yeah, I agree with you. I definitely agree with you.
And it got to be chemistry because it's been too many sloppy turnovers. Like the turnovers have been crazy.
Crazy.
Like they didn't have these turnovers at the beginning of the year. I'm like, what's up with these turnovers? They are just lazy passing, passing right next to each other, trying to bounce past it. It's like, oh, dude, standing right there.
He said, "Yo, see, don't stand right there.
Your hand is right there, man. You ain't getting that pass in. You ain't fooling nobody. He looking right at you, passing. Like it's like, dude. And the whole team was doing it the last 3 games, just passing right. I'm like,
no, that's fair.
Come on. I mean,
No.
Dame
I
has
will
to
say
tighten up.
though.
No,
I just want to say one thing. I will say at the end of the game, I do blame Doc with the lineup he had out there. To me, when you have this type of you down 3 points, why is Brook Lopez on the court? I don't get what
he's
purpose
not a
is he
rebounder.
serving?
Yeah, he's not a rebounder.
He's not gonna rebound. He can't move enough for him to be out there. In these type of situations, Brook should never be on the court. Never. Is no point. I'd rather have Dame out there than Brook.
That's true.
To be real with you. He can't move enough. Jericho Sims should have been in there. If y'all want to do something like that, put in Jericho Sims. He can move.
Clearly.
He can move.
I agree.
And I think that Patricia P, not because you right, but Patricia P is right. I think what I'm saying is the Bucks aren't playing inspired basketball.
There you go. I put a shout out to Patricia.
I think that's what I'm really saying. The sloppiness, like the lack of, it's just been uninspiring. It's like they're not even into the game really. You know, they're not charged up and ready to play. Like Indiana had way more, like I saw way more intensity in that game than the Bucks. You know, just on the execution level. Because if you're inspired and you locked in for real, you don't have those turnovers. You don't foul at the end of the game. You know what I mean? You don't.
That's all mental mistakes, bro. That's all mental.
That's all just not lack of focus and just not into the game. And I don't think the Bucks for the last 3 or 4 games have been into basketball.
No, that's a fact.
Because in that when we know what they can do when they are, that's practically why we won the mid-season tournament because they was locked in.
Right.
You can see it. You can tell. I mean, I think we blew out Miami in one of those games.
Yeah.
They was locked in. I mean, not Miami, but Indiana.
Yeah.
And you can tell the difference from the Bucks because they don't really make these mistakes. You know, so I just think the Bucks are just not playing inspired basketball, and
Good
I don't
point.
understand
You and
why.
Patricia. Yep.
And
Right.
I just don't understand why. And that could be a product of coaching, but that's a part of your superstars too.
Facts.
That's why I say Giannis, Dame, and Doc need to get it together because your
ASAP.
team is not playing inspired basketball at the most important time of the year. And it doesn't really make sense. This is the toughest schedule. Are y'all gonna lay down and die like y'all did last year? But that's what it's looking like.
Damn,
I
bro.
mean,
You gonna lay down and die,
didn't
bro?
they do that last year? Is it just looking like last year? They came off the All-Star break. They looked really good for 8 to 9, 10 games. Then they get this rough spotted schedule in March, and they just lost all the games.
He's gonna lay down and die. But I feel
That's
you
what
on
happened
that.
last year. That's exactly but we had a better record last year. That's the only difference. We had a way better record. But
The
then they're gonna
frustration
wait
with
till
Bucks Nation today, I think, has reached the boiling point. It's
I
close to the
think. Do you
boiling
think
point.
that Giannis? How long is Giannis gonna be on minute restrictions?
Who
I don't
knows?
even count this as no
Yeah,
minute restriction.
yeah,
He ain't on.
yeah, exactly.
I think they overdoing that.
Yeah, but hey,
Minute
that's what the
restriction,
Bucks
yeah,
do.
it's like
Yeah, that's like they was overdoing Middleton. I see Middleton starting playing heavy minutes
Mhm.
over there in Washington. I was like, I don't know what this coaching staff is doing, bro. I just don't know.
Mhm.
I don't know. Let's get last words. We're gonna start with you, Fronte. We're gonna end with Moose. It's on you, Fronte.
all right. Well, get Giannis off a minute restriction so we can stop seeing that start of the fourth quarter lineup. Not gonna win too many games with Giannis playing half of the fourth quarter. I'm just saying, like that lineup is crazy. Giannis or Dame has to be starting in the fourth quarter. That's the most important quarter, and you got your superstar sitting on the bench most of the time. And you know, play with some intensity, play inspired basketball, play like you getting ready for the playoffs. I mean,
Right.
I just don't see that yet. Rise to the level of the opponent. You know, y'all not rising to the level. Y'all just playing. They're playing tighter. Playing. Indiana played better.
I agree.
You know, you could tell Indiana's getting ready for the playoffs. You couldn't tell the Bucks was getting ready for the
They hadn't.
playoffs.
They didn't have a scheme. We don't have a scheme. Indiana, like somebody
You
said,
could
I don't know if it's Maurice or King 10, but somebody was like that. You could know what Indiana is. You know what to expect. They have something to hang their hat on. We don't have a move. Their move is speed, athleticism, getting to the hoop, speeding the game up. What is our what? What
but
do
I
we
can
do?
tell they're because Doc doesn't want to stick to one thing. He doesn't want to know if you want to pass the ball to everybody, get everybody 10 shots a game, or he want to go to play through Giannis and Dame. He doesn't know. He keeps switching it up for some reason. And that's the problem. That's part of the problem. You know, you gotta have a philosophy about playing basketball and stick to. The reason why we won with Bud, as much as we hated it, the Bucks knew exactly what they was gonna do.
Right.
Every play, every time, where they was gonna stand, and they just ran that machine over and over and over again. But you know, Doc likes to switch it up too much, which creates turnovers and confusion with players. Evidently, you know,
Right.
because if we don't have a higher IQ team, something has to be simplified.
Right. There
So,
we go. There. That's a great way to look at it. Simplify it. I like that, Pronte. I like that a
so
lot.
you know, at the end of the day, simplification is needed for the Bucks. They need to know what they're running. They need to know that they need to protect Brook and hurry up and get out to the three because that man is wide open every single time, and just get sharper. You know what I mean? These teams that we played these last three games, they know what they're running. They know what they got to work on. They just getting sharper and sharper, preparing for the playoffs. And the Bucks are still trying to, add pieces and mix this around and see what this looks like. And this is not the time for that.
That's a fact. That's
And
actually
that's just
true,
what I'm
Pronte.
saying. This is not the time for that. That's not how you gear up for the playoffs. So they need to start tightening up
That's
and
fair.
getting a machine and running with the machine they got, and leave it at that.
I appreciate that. Great comment. Salute to Pronte. It's on you, Moose.
All right. Well, I just want to say I do agree with most what everybody said about the game. But before I get off, I just had to talk about the Cleveland situation because I know a lot of people is giving their coach a lot of credit, and I don't think that's really what it is. Let me just tell y'all something. Did Cleveland make the playoffs last year?
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Okay.
that.
So when they fired their coach, was that weird to y'all? Because I would think they overachieved. Is that a fact? Y'all tell me. When they fired their coach, I thought that was like weird. I'm like, why were they fired? And they went to the playoffs. They overachieved, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like moves. I think I'm gonna agree with you on the Cleveland thing, but I think they've been gearing up. I think you know how you fire a coach, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you like this coach can't get us over the hump.
Mark
so
Jackson, Steve Kerr.
Yep, Mark Jackson, Steve Kerr. And I think that's what they were thinking because they've been playing together for a long time. They already got the chemistry.
So they needed the right coach to cook it at the right temperature.
No. Peep
Go
this.
ahead.
How important is Donovan Mitchell to this team?
Very important.
Okay, cool. Last year, do you know how many games he played?
I know he was hurt a lot last year, but he was in the playoffs.
And Darius
Garland. So that speaks volumes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Donovan Mitchell was out. So we about to see.
But you don't even got to get into all that. We can just use the Mark Jackson. We can already use the Mark Jackson example. That's the same.
It's not the Mark Jackson. It's not the Mark Jackson example.
So you telling me Golden State wasn't ramping up?
No. Last year, Donovan Mitchell played 55 games.
Mm-hmm. He pulled the Middleton.
55.
Mm-hmm.
This year, he already played 60.
Mm-hmm.
Right? All right, cool. And they still made the playoffs, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, bet. How important is Garland to the team?
Important. Important.
Okay. All right, cool. So
they have a deep roster, though. They got a deep roster.
Oh, okay. All right, cool. So let's see. How many games? And if y'all think I'm jacking, go check for yourself. So now let's see. How many games did he play last year?
So if we get to the skinny, so you're saying they weren't available. So you're saying they weren't available.
57 games he played. Now, last person, just to bring this home, last person. So,
and then can you tell me the stats for the year before that, because they had the same roster as well, and they were probably more healthy the year before. I think that would be a better explanation of how to make this make sense, because they've had the same team forever. They just added Donovan. So if you go to year before when they were healthy,
Evan Mobley played 50 games last year. 50. Already this year played 57.
No, that's definitely a difference availability.
My point is their success is to health, not so much coaching. They're healthy now. That's why they winning games.
I would agree.
And then they got put out last year. Did Donovan Mitchell play those last few games when they got put out?
I know he missed one.
I don't even know if he played the whole series, but I know for sure the last few games he did not play.
Okay, so what you're saying, you don't give Kenny Atkinson any credit then?
He has some credit, but he's not the sole reason why they turned everything around. They turned things around because they're healthy, period.
Okay, so no matter what the coach, so what you're saying is, if Doc was their coach, they would still have the same record.
I don't know about that.
Okay, that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying right there. You see how your whole complexion changed when I asked you if Doc was the coach?
I'm not saying they're going to be the number one team, but they still going to be up there because they're healthy.
But okay, what I'm saying is, would they be better with their team is completely healthy right now? Would you rather have Kenny Atkinson as your coach or Doc Rivers if you're the Cleveland Cavaliers?
Well, of course you're going to say Atkinson because of you seeing the success now. But if you didn't see his success, you don't know. That's the whole point.
We're taking it. I'm just saying, for what you've seen from Cleveland, if you watched them play basketball, and
that's an unfair question because we already see what they're doing. That's not a fair question.
And we've already seen what Doc is doing. We're judging them on this year.
But that's the thing. I'm
just asking you, do you think Cleveland would want Doc as their coach?
It's an unfair question.
Would Cleveland want Doc as their coach?
If you ask them that before the season, you don't know.
We know the answer. We do know the answer.
I get what your point is, Moose. I'm messing with your point, but I'm just trying to get you to see the other side. Yes, you can say they're a talented team. They are healthy, but coaching matters, because just by you pausing when I asked you if Doc Rivers was their coach, would they be as effective? That speaks volumes. With that much talent,
I can't say that. We can't say that. I don't know. That's all I'm saying. I don't know.
Okay.
We see their success now, so I would look crazy saying, "Well, Doc would probably do that." I don't know. They're a number
You
one
think
team.
you think the Detroit Pistons would want Doc as their coach?
These are teams that's winning now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if they didn't have it at, let's just say at the
You think
beginning
the
of the season,
Washington Wizards want Doc Rivers?
Oh, man.
I don't think they will care.
they
I don't think they would care.
But
Like,
what
all
I'm
right,
saying
whatever.
is, Moose, nope. Like, we checked for Doc Rivers. Nobody else was checking for Doc Rivers. We
That's
got in a
fair.
complicated situation, and we had to get a coach. No one was like, "Oh my God, they got Doc."
All I'm gonna say is chill on the whole coaching thing when it comes to Cleveland, because that's not the
That's
full
fine.
story.
But let's talk about our
It's
coach.
the
Let's
health.
talk about our coach. That's fine. They healthy, but let's talk about our coach. Is our coach a problem?
He can do better.
Okay, that's it.
He can do better.
Okay. That's fair. That's
There's
all.
room for improvement.
I know there's room for improvement. It's room for common sense. It's room for practices to be efficient. It's room.
But I will say, though, he is kind of handicapped by the roster. I will say that, because there's certain things you just can't do. You just can't.
Okay.
I don't think we're going to see the Bucks' full potential until next year.
I agree with that. I said that this year we just got to ride it out and let the contracts fall off. Try to get moved. Pat got that player option, but we just got to let the money fall off from Brooke and Bobby and try to get athletic. But I don't think this roster is bad. I do think if we had a more adept coach that we would be better. I know the players make mistakes, and I get that. But when you make mistakes,
what is the coach going to do on defense? What scheme are you going to run on defense? Tell me the scheme y'all going to run on defense to help this team. Tell me. And you got to play Brooke and you got to play Bobby. There's no question. We got to play them. So tell me y'all scheme. In the chat, y'all tell me y'all scheme too to help this team. What are you going to do? Tell me.
I'm gonna being honest, I don't like playing Brooke. I just don't like playing Brooke. That's just me, period. I just don't like. I understand when he has a game like today, then 20-some points offensively. I get it. But what I would do defensively, let me give you. You know what I would do defensively, Moose? I'm a 90s dude, right? 1-on-1. Stop the damn doubling. You're all idiots. You don't have the mental capacity to understand when to double and not to double. Hold your damn man, and that's it. They need tunnel vision on defense. Don't worry about so-and-so getting cooked. Don't worry about so-and-so getting cooked. If that's not the man that you were assigned to, don't worry about it. If you double team, you're fined $1,000. People only understand when they lose money. These players need to be fined for some of this dumb foolishness. They need to be fined. There needs to be some type of something levied against them for them to be held responsible for doing the foolishness. But again, all I'm saying, good coaches address a lot of things in practice. They always talk about practice. Phil Jackson talked about practice. Don Nelson, practice is where you address and fix things. We've had 100 practices under Doc, and it's the same thing. All three of these coaches, it's the same thing. Tweedledee, Tweedledum, Tweedleidiot. They're all stupid. None of them coaches, I've never liked none of them from the jump. And you know me for real. We got the same mom and dad. You know that for real. I've been saying that forever. Is that not true?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. Okay. I just want to make sure that it's understood that I don't think any of these coaches were good. They was all basura. We haven't had a quality coach. We haven't had our Steve Kerr. We haven't had our Phil Jackson. We need that because of the low IQ. We need our leader to have extremely high IQ to try to bring up the team. Doc has done nothing to elevate this team. He's done nothing to elevate this team.
I will speak to that maybe offensively, but defensively, I don't think there's much you can really do. Like, yeah, you could tell them to stop doing little stuff about the doubling and just ball watching. You can try to, but
Moose, this is why I say that it's about finding the 3-point shooting with Jericho Sims on the floor.
Yeah.
Essentially, you got to find Dame has to hit his 3-point shots. Your 2 guard has to hit their 3-point shots, and the 3 has to hit their 3-point shots.
All right.
So Giannis and Jericho Sims can close out a game because on defense, because then you don't have to worry about the drop defense as much. But if Dame is breaking everything, if Kuzma's breaking everything, or Torian Prince or Gary Trent,
Mm-hmm.
then you're gonna have a hard time getting spacing on the court. You see what I'm saying?
That's fair.
That's where the
Yeah.
problem is coming in. It's like how can you have that with defense in
Mm-hmm.
offense? Because you got the defense. Jericho Sims gives you the defense. Now that's why I say
Mm-hmm.
you can play Brook less because Bobby's a little bit better than Brook.
Right. Right.
In some aspects on switching, right? So he can tie him up a little bit. He not
Right.
and he can rebound better, so you can you're more likely to get a rebound, and you get more spacing on the court.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really the
Right.
key is when and it's what hurt where Bobby being out really hurts the Bucks is to see what Bobby does with a Jericho Sims on the court and a Giannis, and then you limit. You use Brook Lopez as a weapon. Mostly an offensive weapon, and then he kind of throws the team off because he
Mm-hmm.
can block some shots. So once but the Bucks ain't gonna have opportunity to see that. So we'll see how but they can't practice with Bobby. So
Right.
that's going to be the
Yeah.
thing that will help the Bucks in the future. But Kuzma's going to have to shoot a little bit better.
Right.
You can get the spacing on the court because you're going to need Sims to play the defense he's been playing with a Giannis to shut some of that down. Because you're right. As long as you have to play Brook this many minutes, what are you going to do?
Yeah, that's
What
bad.
are you
I
going to do?
understand that, but no, that's fair. I get some of the things against him on the
And
roster.
that's the
I know
reason why
that.
you don't like Brook, Amber.
Yeah,
Because
it
you know that what are you
right.
gonna
No,
do? As long as Brook is on the court, what are you gonna do? And that's
that's
why
fair to a
you keep
point.
saying
That's
he needs
definitely
to be
fair.
off the team
No,
because
no,
of that
that's
reason
that's
alone.
definitely fair. But man, it's 11 o'clock, y'all. I didn't even
Okay.
know
Yeah.
we was
It is.
cracking that long.
Mhm.
Look, Prate, appreciate you. Moose, anything before we get up off here? And I expect
No,
to
I'm
see you on
good.
here more. Yeah, I expect to see you on here more. All
Mhm.
right, shout out to Prate. Shout out to Moose, my King Generals over here. All right, gentlemen.
All
All
right, what's
Mhm.
up, Moose?
right, y'all,
Oh
man.
yeah.
All right, go. All right, damn, this live was cracking today. Let me get my homie in my bad, bro. Let me tap you in. Hold on, before we get up out of here, Brandon King Carter. Hold on, bro. Let me get this set up. All right, bro. Before it get too late, tell us how you felt about today's game, bro. There's a lot of energy in the chat today. A lot of frustration from Bucks Nation friends and family. What you got on your chest, real quick, there, Brandon?
What up, bro?
What up?
I agree with Amtrak, not Amtrak. That
You do agree? Amtrak did say some. He was stunting in the chat, but we do agree with Amtrak. But go ahead, bro.
Amtrak, Mr. Cool, Daniel,
Mm-hmm.
Dr. Smith, Bronte, Milando.
Oh, hold on. Speaking of
We got
Monalando, hold on one second. Speaking of Monalando, hold on one second. Daniel Carter, appreciate the 199 super chat. Man, we've been saying the same stuff for 3 years now. That's an absolute fact, Daniel Carter. And I know you've been around and you know that for real. Salute to you. Monalando, appreciate the $5 super chat. Atkinson is a good coach. All he did was pick up where they left off last year. Doc could do that because the team was on the decline since 2021. Ooh, that's a great point. That's actually a really good point. Shout out, hey, Monalando, that was heavy. I feel what you're saying on there. That was heavy. On you though, Brandon. Salute. Go ahead, Brandon.
this should be a winnable game
What?
tonight. This should be a winnable game.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a winnable.
Yeah, it
This
should
team,
have definitely been a winnable game. I agree with you.
huh?
I said no. I agree with you. It should have been definitely a winnable game tonight.
Honestly, this team do not know how to stay focused for the whole goddamn
48 minutes.
sport.
Right.
And I think a lot of people start questioning Doc rotation.
Mm-hmm.
We got a whole offseason with this dude. Why are we trying to waste time to figure things out?
Mm-hmm. No, I agree.
Come on now. It's almost about to be playoff mode.
It's not about to be. No. Well, every game in March is a playoff game for the Bucks because of seeding. There's not almost. We're in the playoffs now. We're playing playoff teams now. We need to turn up now.
I think I know This is time I'm not gonna say it. I gotta say it now.
Mm-hmm.
This team do not have that killer instinct.
Mm-hmm.
Just because we move on, Chris, you got Damian and Giannis and cool. This team have to. This team has to show some fight and pride.
Yeah, I
And
agree. They got to show some fight. No,
we
I
cannot
agree.
fight every single game with these other teams.
Mm-hmm. No, that
Come
the,
on,
the the thing is, Brandon, the with the Bucks is very simple. We're just not a disciplined and focused basketball team, and that's why we lose game. When we're locked in, it's the same song and dance, Brandon. When the Bucks are locked in, we can beat anybody. We've beaten the OKCs, we've blown out the Pacers, but it's on those rare occasions when we're locked in, and we're not locked in a lot. Hence our record. The Bucks need to find a way to maintain focus for as close to 48 minutes as possible to win games. We have the type of roster and team that can beat anybody and lose against anybody. That's why I was saying, and before in February, end of February, coming into March, I told y'all ad nauseum, you have to be patient during the month of March. It is a rough schedule, and I think that that little win streak we had and beating the Mavs, people lost that understanding of how difficult the schedule is in March, and now you're seeing we don't have any nights off in March. We're either gonna fold like a chair or we gonna rise to the top. There will be no in between for this team. I'm telling y'all that right now. We either gonna crash out and burn out, or we gonna fly like an eagle. It will not be no in between. I'm guaranteeing you that. And I hope that this loss that the Bucks suffered tonight is an eye-opening experience about execution, attention to detail, and willingness to do what you need to do to win a game. This game should be great in the film room if Doc does film room or if Doc does practice. I'm not sure if he does practice or film room, but if he does do that, this is a great game for that. This game tonight should eat at the Bucks for the rest of the year. The way you lost this game tonight by just committing bonehead plays after bonehead plays, everyone should be held accountable. I'm going in on Doc because Doc is the leader. You always go in on the leader. But these players they not acting smart out here. They definitely not acting smart out here. But go
but
ahead, Brandon, finish up so we get up out of here. Go ahead, Brandon, it's on you.
first of all, what's the point of having these Hall of Fame coaches? I think we need to start holding Giannis accountable.
Mm-hmm.
You know why? We love Giannis. Yes, we do. But sometimes I think his ego, I think Giannis' ego gets
He wants to. He's a superstar. He wants to show that he's a superstar, and you know what I'm saying. I get it, but you got to play
but
smart basketball though.
but
And we got another game Thursday. You know what I'm saying? And it's against the Lakers. It ain't no that ain't no cupcake even without LeBron. I don't trust this team.
I don't trust Doc at all.
I don't trust Doc or this team against anybody. I don't
Just
think any team is a gimme.
me personally, honestly, next year, I'm, think about this. That's why Wisconsin sports is too much right now for
Mm. No, I definitely agree with you. We just gotta be patient, bro. It's a tough schedule. We're gonna have some wins, we're gonna have some losses, but right now we've had a lot of losses recently, and we just need to turn up. That's really it. We just need to focus, and every player needs to hold themselves accountable to play better.
damn. Do you think that Haliburton got taught Dame by using daytime?
Yeah, but
I
he's supposed to. Somebody did something stupid to allow for him to
but
do that.
hold on. This might come back to haunt them. You know why?
Okay, why?
You know why? Can I say this Bucks
Uh,
need defense plan?
go ahead, bro.
Because you see Haliburton do your signature, you need to go off and drop 40 on them. Drop 50 as you can.
Mm-hmm.
I understand you got this, you dealing with the eye, Jimmy. I understand this thing going through a lot of emotion right now.
Mm-hmm. Facts.
But we but shout out to the Bucks legend, Yuri Bridgman. Shout out to
Salute,
him.
Tyler.
But this team had to wake up. This team had to play smart basketball. Play smart Buck basketball like we used to see back in the day. Think about this. I know we missed the Nazi. We need that firepower back.
Mm-hmm. What up, No Strays, ENT? I didn't even see you was in the chat. I agree. Halliburton with the 4-point play to win the game is going to stick with the Bucks for a long time. Absolutely. I agree with that. That was crazy. Shout out to No Strays. All right, Brandon, go ahead, Brandon. Let's finish up. It's getting late. Go ahead, Brandon.
But first of all, I believe in this Buck team. Yes, we're definitely we're going through some growing pains right now. I hope this team fix everything up, fix everything up, and they got to stay locked in the all game.
Yeah, agreed.
And I honestly, I do not like that taking Dame and Giannis out to let them sit the whole fourth quarter, second quarter. They need to stay in the game more longer. Doc, please do not take Dame and Giannis out. I understand
It's not take them out, but they both can't be out the game, is what you're trying to say at the same time, Brandon. You don't they can't play the whole game, but when they have rotations, one needs to be in the game at all times. Dame or Giannis have to be on the court at all times. One has to be on the court at all times with this team. We're not trustworthy. We're not that smart. We need to have one of our
but
best players on the court at all times.
we need to play much different basketball.
Correct.
I think all of these, what we've been saying for the last, how many years? 3, 4, 5, 4, 4, 5, 6 years?
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yep.
a thing over and over again.
Yeah, I agree.
I think, like I said, we need to ride this team out.
Mm-hmm.
Once we for once all of these money come through and all of these, then we need to start the rebuild.
Yep.
Not rebuild, just a little bit sweet.
Yeah, I agree. Yep. No doubt. Appreciate you, Brandon. See you back on here on Thursday, bro. Hopefully it's for a win.
I know this is tough. What's up with it now?
Yep.
We need to keep on these winning games.
Yep.
Like I said, March is no joke. We are facing the heaviest team in the East and West. Damn near playoff matchup. If we want to keep the 14, damn, forget the 13. I'd rather us to keep the 14.
Okay.
This is
I just want us
this
to get the highest seed possible.
this Buck
Whatever the highest seed is,
no
our ceiling is. I want that.
this Buck team need to make a statement
Mm-hmm.
on national television.
Agreed.
Our national television game coming up. If we wanna to support this team, we have to support this team.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Finish when get extra time. Do not give up on this team. If we keep having faith,
Facts.
we
Appreciate
can
you, Brandon.
move.
All right, bros. Appreciate you tapping in, Brandon. This is definitely a very emotional live for Bucks fans. I think this was just a boiling point of how we lost this game on a 4-point play by a foolish play by our best player. This should be the lightning rod that the Bucks need to just draw a line in the sand. Like, no more foolishness, no more Three Stooges plays. Let's buckle down and play smart basketball. If if they don't recover from this loss, they're not the team that I thought they were. Period. This should be a loss that sits with you and eats at you all year, where you never want to have this feeling again and not executing. I appreciate all y'all tapping in. This has been a great live. We pushing 2.5 hours. I wanted to make sure everybody got their bars off. This is an instant classic live. Bucks organization. Everything that you need to fix your team has been told to you in this 2.5 hour live. I guarantee you, Bucks organization staff, if you take your time and you break down this film that's about to go live on YouTube in a couple hours and be available for viewing, this team will be in a better place. Y'all know y'all listen to us for most of the time. Now, if y'all listen to us all the time, we can help y'all help yourselves and help the Bucks get out of the situation they in by simply listening. Doc clearly doesn't know what he's doing. We know what we're doing and we're trying to help y'all. Whatever we're saying, just tell that to Doc verbatim, and I guarantee the Bucks will be better by listening to friends and family. Because we clearly see more than Doc sees, or any of them assistant coaches. We talk with way more common sense on here than Doc doing his post game interviews. I'm still bombing on Doc. Yep. I'm holding leaders accountable. That's what I do. I'm holding leaders accountable. Ridiculous. All right, y'all, let me get up out of here. I'm Amara. This is Amara's Logic, Milwaukee Bucks Trades, Rumors, and News live edition. We just got done talking about the travesty that happened in the Indiana versus Bucks game where Bucks lose on a damn 4-point play. Jesus Christ. Team is a bunch of Three Stooges, Larry, Moe, and Curly. Just ridiculous. A whole bunch of, did I do that type of players on this team. Ridiculous. What up, Dark Kent? I seen you pop in. T, Nemesis. Appreciate y'all tapping in, man. I see y'all on Thursday. We had to grind today on this 2.5 hour live because we needed the politic today, y'all. All right, y'all. Carrie, I'm about to play the music. Go.